Crackadona, what is the big picture?
So, for the past 80 years, this has been going on, and up until just 2017, it was not taken seriously. Now we're having congressional hearings.
Check this retard's fucking hard drive!
They can do with their minds. They can make you think. They can plant false memories. They can paralyze you.
It's roasted.
They know who to talk to and who not to talk to, which is not true of people who have delusions, or have come up with something which is a reflection of a mental illness. And the only thing that I know that behaves like that is real experience, where something has actually happened to these people. Then the question is, what has happened?
And he said he just wants to put it in my name. It's just a simple test. I don't know, it won't hurt. Don't do it. Don't do it. And even though it won't hurt. And he takes a nail to my face.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
What is the big picture?
Well, the big picture is it's progress.
You ready to burn these Epstein files? Hell yeah. Let's do it. Watch it go up. That's it. Gone forever. Good job, guys. I couldn't ask for better bitches. Thanks, BB.
Burning devotion, hide all the sins. Pizza parties buried, beef jerky wings. Hide all the names of the pedos involved. Two loyal Boy Scout Shabbos tasks to resolve. Surrender. Call it a Sunday and fed you our poop. Cower and hide, our hands are still tied, and we're shabos like the goy. Bluster and hype, no action inside. A guy who likes dong, shaved Donkey Kong, and we're shabos like the goy. Back on my podcast, blowing hot air, rant about liberals pretending I care. Trade a Brigitte, the failure's complete. Herald and come off of the pedal lead. Squat over my head, squeeze out a kipper. MK Ultra, no escape from the gripper. Chill in the office, this job is a bore. Fly to the gigs when my beard is on tour. Can't find my FBI patches, won't be plain till I've got 'em. Hockey party with the guys, like a real power bottom. Fuck Candace Owens. We talked a good game, but deliver Jackson. Same corrupt crew, flip switches for Jews, and we're shambles like the coin. FBI jet, got no regrets, corrupt as it gets. Dave is upset, and we're shambles like the coin. Shambles like the coin. And we're shambles like the coin. Like the coin.
After the club, I'm to that one, cash on the floor, we don't need none. Drink in my hand, can't weigh a ton. Shorty look good, but the hallway one, yeah. Still over hallway one, yeah. Out of the club, I'm to that one, cash on the floor, we don't need none. Drink in my hand, can't weigh a ton. Shorty look good, but the hallway one, and I'm still stressing. Girl, I'm still stressing. Pulled up clean, same fit from last night. Chain still swing, same girl, no fight. Told her don't tell, now she post out of spite. I'm too gonna make it right. Bartender know my name by tone. Eyes red, I've been on my phone. This calls from a fan back home. Can't go back to the bag all gone. Out of the club, I'm still that one. Cash on the floor, we don't pick none. Drink in my hand, pay weigh a ton. Shorty look good, but the hallway one. And I'm still stressing. And I'm still stressing. And I'm still stressing. Girl, I'm still stressing. Backseat talking, her lips say stay. Mine say run, but the night say play. Whole crew faded, bills got paid. Can't tell heaven from a valet gate. My ex keep lurking, my mom keep praying. My sins keep stacking, my watch keep swaying. All the noise, can't hear what they saying. Still that boy they want you about, baby, I ain't changing. Lights coming, I'm numb again. Every wind feel born in sin. If it don't cost peace, I spend. If it don't burn, I blend. Out of the club, I'm still that one. Cash on the floor, we don't pick none. Drink in my hand, can't weigh a ton. Shorty look good, but the hallway one. And I'm still stressing. Girl, I'm still stressing. After the club, I'm still that one.
How's everybody doing? How was your, what was it, Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. We're getting into Wednesday. We're almost at hump day, everybody. Yay! Ugh. Oh boy. Life's tough, isn't it, guys? And then no, that's it. Life's tough, and then there's nothing else after that. Oh, what are we getting into tonight? What are we going to talk about? There's a lot in the news lately. There's a lot going on with this whole Iran thing. Trump seems to be making it that we're going to be getting out of there real soon, which I hope. I thought we were just going to be like a quick teabag in, teabag out, destroy all of their little sand toys, their little sandcastle molds that they have over there, and then get the fuck out of there, right? But I don't know. It seems like everybody's favorite Middle Eastern country, it's the one with the tiny hats. It seems like they want to stay in there. They want to keep this thing going. There's a lot of disinformation. I don't know if any of you are on the X, Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. A lot of people who lean right are not happy with this whole engagement over there in Iran, which I get. You know, that's sort of what we voted for. We voted for no more forever wars, and I don't think it's going to be a forever war. I just feel like I feel like Trump thought that Iran was going to say when quicker than they have, right? I feel like they're not tapping quick enough for Trump. And I think that was Trump's whole plan, was to, just twist their ankle 360 behind their back and wait until Iran calls mom in the next room. Mom, he's hurting me. And then, tap. And that was going to be it. But they're stubborn over there. And the only people with the internet are the remnants of the regime. So it's not like I thought Elon Musk sent over SpaceX over there, or not SpaceX. What is it? His satellite company, so that all of the people could have internet. And you're not really hearing too much from the average Iranian. And I had heard a poll where it was something like 70% of Iranians are in favor of a regime change. Like, it's not a popular regime. And you tend to get that when you murder your own people. Paladin Morningstar says Trump is a pedophile and all maggots are pedophile supporters. Yeah, I don't there's probably some truth to that, but you don't have any evidence of it either way. You're just saying it purely out of hatred for Trump. I do agree with you that the world is run by pedophile lizard people who their whole life force is brought on by them devouring babies. That I agree with you. But specifically Trump, all of the evidence points the other way. Now, I'm not Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a registered independent. I don't care either way. I hate everybody. I think you're all pretty much retarded. And by you all, I mean you all. I'm talking to you all. I think you're all retarded. Speaking of retarded people, Faded Bones is here. Hello, Faded Bones. How are you?
I'm all right. Listen, when Donald Trump won the presidency again and we streamed, we were all excited. Don't misunderstand me now. I was as disappointed as anybody to find this out, because I was never the type of person to be like, oh, Trump. You know that.
Right.
I never cared. And not that I do now, but he is in those files, and they did take out a bunch of stuff related to him, which is weird.
See what you're doing right now? You're putting me in a position where I have to defend him. And I don't want to defend him.
Just agree with me. You could just say, okay.
But I know you're wrong. I know you're wrong, though. You just okay. So here's what it comes down to. The only evidence, I'm gonna play devil's. If you were If it was the other way around and it was like Hillary Clinton or something, I would be doing the same thing if the evidence leaned that way. You know what I mean? I know things that you clearly don't know that is available. Like this fucking guy who fucks kids who's in the audience right now, Paladin Morningstar, who likes to fucking sniff diapers. This guy.
What do you know that they're like that I don't know about Trump that proves?
Okay, well, what are you so sure of that is in the... I didn't want to talk about this, by the way, tonight, but what are you so sure of that is direct evidence of Trump being a pedophile in the Epstein file? Wait, whoa. Don't drop
down for you really quick. Okay.
I want it now. Wait, when you break it down, I want to hear evidence. I don't want to hear it feels like this. I want
no.
Reference a document or something.
So we all know Erica Kirk, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Do you know where
Crocodile Tears Kirk?
Start?
Right, yeah.
You know where she got her start?
She was like in a pageant that one of Donald Trump's beauty pageants or something.
Mm-hmm. Right. And Donald Trump he's like
so far starting off weak.
He said, I go into the dressing rooms all the time. I can just do whatever I want. I could go into the dressing rooms all the time. And I don't know,
I'm still waiting for the thing in the Epstein files that point to him being a pedophile.
Why would you defend him?
Is it my turn yet? Because because you're forcing me to. Because you're just saying silly things that aren't that like this guy. Like I hate nothing bothers me more than people that just like so strongly believe in something that can never, like, it's not based in reality, right? Like everybody, people have made me like Trump more because of their unhinged hatred of him. Not because I like Trump.
Crackadona. This is me saying, because I don't hate him. I'm not one of these crazy people.
No, but you're falling into it because you hate all politicians. So it's like sort of the same thing. You're just like it makes it easier for you to believe because it falls into one of your biases.
Wrong. If you're
you didn't even let me tell you what I know, and you're telling me that I'm wrong.
What person in his position at any capacity, not just the president, but somebody who has just been in everything all the time forever, what kind of person like that is totally, they have their hands clean and they're totally not
that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, this guy, like for instance, these people here, this is probably a Cringeosaurus alt. If I had to guess, because she's an unhinged Trump hater. She thinks they're all pedophiles. But what I would say is the evidence that if you're going to make the argument that somebody is a pedophile, which is a very serious accusation, like it
depends on who you're throwing it. If you just said it to a normal person, that would be unfounded, but the person that I'm saying it against it makes sense. So there's not no reason for me saying that. And how like easily you come to that conclusion is what scares me, because there is literally all of the evidence in the Epstein files. All of the evidence is.
Oh my God, you gotta let me fucking. I've been begging you to let me get my little bit out for like 20 minutes, and you just don't don't care to hear it
because you don't think that it's
not going to change your mind, right?
Trump.
And this proves my point. Is like anything that Do you have any evidence that shows that they removed something related to Trump?
Yeah, they said that they did. Yes, a lot.
Who?
A
what?
Lot.
Where?
Whoever is controlling the files and releasing the files.
Okay.
Don't ask me they, like you don't know who I'm talking about. Like I'm talking about some other person who.
Dude, I'm definitely paying attention to it more than you, and I have not heard that. I do have a theory, though.
You clearly
I do have a. All right, let's get to the meat of it. The meat of it is, there are witnesses in the Epstein files, and Bill Clinton himself, who was on the island and flew on the plane 27 times and is in compromising photos with young underage women, has said that Jeffrey Epstein never said anything to him about Donald Trump. That's one thing. The other thing is, what was the other one? The other one was there was an FBI agent who said that there was no indication that Donald Trump. Oh no, here's what it was. Excuse me. The first whistleblower, the first time Jeffrey Epstein was arrested in New York for the first time when he was charged and convicted, the first person to contact the FBI was Donald Trump and offer his fucking services. And there is an email and a transcript. Why are you like shaving? This is like real. It's like fucking.
I know, but you're saying it like this like makes Trump innocent because the second that everything was coming out, he's like,
what I'm saying
guys,
is,
get this Jeffrey Epstein guy. I don't know anything about him.
No, Faded Bones. What I'm saying is, those are two like documented things that would lead somebody to give some credence to the idea that he did not do anything.
Someone like you, but yes, somebody.
And then somebody like you goes off nothing and just makes up their mind and says something because it feels
it's not
good.
Nothing, but okay.
It is nothing. You haven't given me anything.
Why did they release?
I gave you FBI statement from the FBI saying that he was a whistleblower, wanted to put away Jeffrey Epstein, and then Bill Clinton himself said that Jeffrey Epstein never mentioned fucking Donald Trump to him, and he asked him about it. He said he was asked in front of Congress a week ago, and they said I can tell you for sure that Jeffrey Epstein has never mentioned Donald Trump to me. And Trump went to the FBI before anybody else and said, you got to put this guy away. He's no good. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's something that, as opposed to you're nothing. Right. And that's what I'm saying.
Writing him and defending him for like no
Stop
gain.
saying I'm defending him because I'm not defending him. I'm just stating things. I do not care either way. Like, listen, if Donald Trump is a fucking pedophile, how does that fucking change my life?
I actually don't care because I'm just like, oh, whatever. It's some guy said it and I'm repeating it.
You don't care because you will say no, because you're not. I'm only like this because I'm talking to you. Right? Like people who are the whole point of this is people who are already biased. They usually come from a place where they have nothing behind them. It's just feelings. And I hate people who just go on feelings, and usually lefties are the types that just like everything is dictated by how they feel. Right? And I hate that. It's never based in reality. My ex-girlfriend, we used to argue all the time about stupid shit she would pretend to know about politics, and it was always feelings based. And then she'd go, you just want to argue. I'm like, no, I'm like having a discussion, right, about facts, and I'm trying to figure out where your facts lay, and it always comes down to it doesn't feel good, right? Like, I don't like the vibe of this dude. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm skipping. Oh, thank you for the $2 dono, Captain Coke. I appreciate it, buddy. Yes, let me talk. Always let me talk. It's my podcast. That's the rule. Julian Assange says there isn't any dirt on Trump. That's another thing. Not even Julian Assange, but the Democrats were in control of like Trump's big ops. Had all of these files for fucking a decade, Faded Bones. You don't think if there was something in there about Donald Trump that they would have used it against him? They tried to assassinate
all of them.
They tried to assassinate him 3 times.
I almost don't feel like saying anything because you just believe like everything. You literally believe everything you hear. You're like that guy that we make fun of, the wide-eyed guy with the alien shit. Like, oh, they tried to assassinate him. Really?
Yes, he got shot in the ear.
Crackadona, when they try to kill presidents, they don't miss. They kill them.
All right.
Whatever. Let's just talk about what we're going to talk about tonight. We're getting like...
now we're talking about this. Now we're talking about this.
Okay.
I am so fucking... Oh, no, he's drinking. Never mind. We're going to talk about Sesame Street or something.
Crackadona is like a weird...
All right, here's the we're gonna make some new rules.
Again.
We're gonna make some rules tonight. You are not allowed to state anything or make a fact or put forth an opinion.
Drinking.
No, because
you don't
No.
drink anymore.
no, we're past the drinking thing. That was a throwaway line. You're hung up on it because you're an alcoholic and you know it's true.
I wasn't.
But
arguing
we're
with
past that. You are not allowed to make any statements or brush aside any of my points unless you have some proof. Like, you can't just go, it's like, come on, it's like, it is the thing. Like, that we cannot do that. It's
You
like
suck,
I'm
Crackadona. Just so you know.
Do I?
Suck. Yes.
No. All right. I don't think so. I'm an adult. This
That's
is how
like talking
adults.
to some. Where's your
debate.
sources? People don't do that.
Yeah.
You ask for like a
if
source
you
on
had,
every single thing I say tonight, though, it's not.
yeah.
And
Like
don't
if what I just did is I went in and I said, here's two things that are the only relevant evidence when it comes to what we're talking about. Do you have anything that can counter that? And then you just go, well, come on, man. It's like the lizard people. Like, that's not like a relative. Like, do you really think that like the hand of God would allow that to happen? Like, that's not a tangible thing. I can't argue with that. Do you understand why I would get upset? Like, not upset, but like, like, it's like I'm punching wind. Like, you make it so like that's not an argument. Like, you make it so like your arguments aren't like have no weight to them, so I can't grasp onto them, and it's a shitty way to try and win an argument.
Being innocent is he said that he wasn't, and some other guy said that he wasn't.
FBI,
and that was your argument.
And that other guy was a president who was on the Epstein Island 27 times. It's not just another guy and another guy. It's the president, Bill Clinton, and the FBI, which are kind of like involved in it. I don't know if you know about it.
Right. Why would it's just like, okay, let's look at it this way. So they had these files on him this whole time and they didn't do anything with them. Why would they? Because it's perceived that they don't like him is why you think they would do that?
What?
They would like release the dirt on him that they've had this whole time. You're like, oh well, why didn't they do it before?
They've been trying to do it. They've been trying everything. They rigged the election. They fucking
for him to win,
to lose,
and then lose,
no,
and then win again.
No, Biden won when they rigged the election.
Crackadona.
Because they saw what happened. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They will do. There's nothing they won't do.
Any election isn't rigged? Do you think that we're?
Oh my god!
Like, is that actually? Like, you're a grown man, you think that you vote?
No, yeah, of course. But I mean, they underestimated his popularity.
Sure.
Hillary Clinton lost.
Popular vote.
Hillary Clinton lost. Then they made sure that he was not going to win again. So they fucking rigged the election with Biden, the most popular president ever in history, by the way, which does not make any sense whatsoever. Oh, yeah, it's true.
And they also killed him and cloned him, but that's a different subject. That's not related.
That is a weird one to get into. Oh, we should probably dig into that.
Because they did. They literally fucking, whether or not they like had him on drugs or whatever, if they actually literally cloned a whole nother guy, that whole 4 years was weird. It was weird. There's a lot of weird shit that happened there.
Yeah, but he won in such a undeniable fashion that they could not. It was unstealable.
It couldn't be faked ever.
It couldn't be faked. They had to.
It literally was though. That's the problem.
The one with where Trump won most recently.
For the entirety of time, unless it's like. And sometimes not even these. The last time that there was democracy practiced in reality was like a classroom where they voted on what fucking Bill Nye special to watch that day. And we all know that the teacher already had one in mind anyway. So
I think that so many normal people saw how blatant the last election was stolen that they literally just were like, we're all going out and voting. I think that's literally what happened. I don't think it's that far out of
a lot of good that did.
Well, now you got Trump, who's a pedophile lizard.
We were going to anyway. Compared to who else? Like another woman. Like, let's be real. You think a chick's gonna win? Maybe not anytime soon. Maybe not never. But things aren't so bad that they're going to
Thank
be like
you, Mr. Hot Rod, man. Is there like, am I like talking crazy talk here? I think
Yes,
this is
'cause
like
you
pretty basic
Crackadona.
stuff that
Do you actually
Epstein files are being held back because it's a huge global satanic cult of the super rich. Okay, so here's what I really think is going on as far as if there are evidence that like Trump did some like weird pedophile shit, right? I think that the people that you're talking about that is holding back the files or extracted the files or whatever, I think if it was anybody, it's Israel. And I think that Israel is using it to blackmail him into going to war with Iran. That's what I think. If what you're talking about is real, I think that's probably what's happening.
Not 100% wrong.
They're using it to twist his arm and get him to attack their big ops, right? Bibi Netanyahu has wanted to go to war with Iran since fucking like George Bush. You know what I mean? Even before. Don't talk to my baby like that. You don't know him. It's definitely Cringe's sword. Yeah, it's definitely Cringe's sword.
Once I was mentioned, it's like, it's like, oh. Yeah, I didn't think it really was before, but
yeah, Cringeosaurus is a pedophile supporter. Just so you all know.
Okay, so what were we saying? The elections was faked or whatever, and then
oh wait, there was something in chat that I wanted to answer because I do have a Holy Aryan. Yeah, let's fucking go. Where was it? Nah, he really believes us atheists. Where the fuck is it?
Yeah, I don't believe every single thing that I'm told like a freak. Oh my god. Oh my, did you hear this? What they said on the news?
Oh, let's in 2002, Donald Trump described Epstein as a terrific guy and mentioned they had known each other for 15 years, noting that Epstein was a lot of fun to be with and liked women on the younger side. Yeah, well, I mean, that's definitely evidence of him fucking children. Well, yeah, this 2002. When was he convicted? 2005, 2007? I don't remember.
He's a terrific guy, by the way. But then,
well, you got to remember, Faded Bones, you're also swiping aside that Epstein was a huge socialite in New York City, and so is Donald Trump. Of course,
in 2 years, Donald Trump said he's a terrific guy. I've known about him the whole time. You guys should, and then like spilling the beans. He's a terrific guy. And then, actually, but he's been terrible the whole time.
Well, would it shock you to know that what celebrities say to the news media is different than what they actually say in here behind the scenes? Would that be shocking to you?
The irony of what you're saying is
why is it ironic? It's total. It just makes sense. It makes logical sense. Is all I'm saying.
Yes, it does. Yes, yes, it does. Crackadona, are you fucking retarded? Let's break.
Hold on, I'm trying to find something in chat. You're fucking screaming in my ear.
Oh my god,
where'd it go?
So many messages, dude. It's like
no, it's not. It is fucking.
There's like 300 messages.
Yeah, only 300.
Okay, well.
Where was it? It was something Mike Hall comedy said.
Here, I could just click on this thing, and you could just go to everything that one person has said.
Oh, no, I can't. I have to do that on YouTube, don't I?
I got it. Okay, how is Iran and Venezuela America first and not starting new wars?
Okay, so let's break that down. So a lot of people don't like really understand I mean, obviously, if the whole conspiracy theory that I brought up a little while ago that Trump is being blackmailed by Bibi Netanyahu and Israel to go in and take over Iran, that's one thing. But the more logical and what I tend to believe is that, so we have all of these sanctions. This is all about China, right? This is really all about China, our greatest adversary at the moment, and Russia too. So, okay.
They're like one and the same.
Right. They are. And we have put all of the fucking sanctions on both of these countries to get them to bend to our will and the global community's will. We want Russia to stop with Ukraine, and we want China to pay their fair share and all the fucking taxes. China has just bent us over, not through our, not from our, like the whole situation with China is our own fault, and the politicians that came before us for like the past 30 years. It was all
we
planned.
Poked them, and then like we're poking a bug, and then the bug stung us.
No, it's
then
planned deindustrialization. Look that up. That is a real thing. Planned deindustrialization. And
how does that work though? I understand what
we
those
make
words
it. So
mean, but
we
do
get
that?
rid of all of the production jobs in America and we ship them overseas. And this is a globalist. This is a globalist thing that
so we make them like have to pick up the slack, kind of thing. Or
well, part of it is they sell you this whole global warming thing, right? That isn't real.
Is retarded.
Right. And then they go like, we're not going to pollute anymore. And then they just ship all the shit over to fucking China to make, and they pump all this black smoke into their fucking
so that
country.
It's not documented.
Right. And then we buy all their cheap shit. Right. So America now makes nothing. We literally make nothing. We have no like machinists. We have no and it's guess, and the reason you do that is it brings America down to be locked in with the rest of the globalists, right? They want one world government. They want fucking Europe and America and like England and all these fucking countries to be fucking subservient to like a group of, you know, these fucking elites that basically like what is it, Charles Schwab and like all these fuckers, whatever. Anyways, it's ruined our country. So
ruined our country.
And so what I'm getting at is China was subverting our sanctions through Iran to get their oil, right? Like we put all these sanctions on who they could get their oil from, how much they were paying, what percentage they were getting. Same thing with Russia. So what does Iran do? Iran goes, China, give me some of that sweet military hardware and we'll give you 20% of your oil, right?
I'm not going to give that to you.
Iran is sitting on like trillions of dollars of oil reserves, right? And so here's the big thing. All of that is backed by the American dollar. Okay, right? Like that is like the prime.
Right.
Okay, get past it. I'm never gonna get this out if we fucking like every little thing I say.
Did you know that money?
Let's pretend that we live in the real world, okay, Faded Bones? Okay, we're gonna pretend for now. All right. Everything is backed by the U.S. dollar. That is the creme de la creme of fucking of money, of fucking value, right? So what China was going to do is they were going to make it so that like the oil in Iran is backed by the yen. This would fucking hold on. I got fucking Kash Patel and Dan Bongino dancing.
Did you hear about the Dow? But the Dow, what about the Dow, Crackadona?
They're going to make it if things are no longer backed by the US dollar, because our dollar is no longer and hasn't been for decades backed by anything. It's just like air and debt, right? There's no gold behind it. If it switches to the yen, it would crater our economy and all of Europe's economy, right? And Iran was helping them do this, and so was Venezuela. They were all aiming towards a backed yen economy or global economy, right? So like it'd essentially be like half the chess pieces on the board just go, all right, we're not playing by your rules anymore. We're going to use this currency from now on. Boop, there goes fucking half of the value in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, guys, all the debt disappeared. We don't have to pay it anymore.
No, we still owe it. we just got to pay it back in yen.
Blew up China. If we killed them all, then we would just be like, oh, guys, we're not in debt anymore. Yay! Oh my gosh. The Pentagon will stop failing its audits. We'll have 9/11 too, but then they'll say, "Guys, we did it this time." And we'll be like, "Ah, you jokesters," and then we'll be committing toucan rituals every day, knowingly.
So
willingly.
that's why we went in and we took care of Venezuela. We went in, we kidnapped Maduro. Boom, we put in a figurehead that runs their country now and it controls the oil. China and Russia can't get their oil. Russia, like it was multifaceted how it was beneficial to us with Venezuela and then Iran, because if Russia's not getting their oil from Venezuela like they were, then they solely rely on Iran for their oil. And then guess what? They fucking lose both of them. He didn't want to come to the table to negotiate for Ukraine. Now he has no other choice, right? Unless he fucking wants to go to war with us. But then again, you just showed how you could fucking take out a leader from a foreign country and destroy an entire Navy, Air Force, and fucking radar systems and rocket systems in 10 days from another foreign country. It's also going to make Putin think twice. So it's like, now I have no oil to run this fucking stupid war that I've been fighting for 4 years, right? That's another thing. Putin's been fucking fighting in Ukraine for 4+ years. We went and destroyed Iran in 10 days. We went into Venezuela in 3 hours and kidnapped their president. And now we control that country. And then Cuba's next. Cuba might even be a soft takeover where it's just to the point where they're like, they have rolling.
Like, oh, we're sorry. We're sorry.
I mean, what are they gonna do? They don't have
Nothing.
Russia and they don't have China. There's nothing they can do.
Nothing. It's not.
We control all of the fucking cards.
The like non-Sentinel Islands or whatever the fuck, like the uninhabited or uncivilized places. Like it would literally take a zeptosecond. It would happen.
Yeah, they have nothing. They have like 1950s Cadillacs that they got running on
lawnmower
engines.
They're gonna catapult those over giant like flaming cars. Yeah.
Where's Russia getting its oil from? Do you think?
It's not fossils.
Yeah.
And just quickly.
I'm so stupid. Yeah, it's just, it's most people agree with me. You know what I mean? But who are you? You're nobody. You're a nameless, faceless person.
That we all know who you are, though.
Yeah, who hasn't fucking put forth any evidence towards the contrary. But they're pedophile demons. That's an argument. Good job. Fucking wet brain argument. I hate so much, and read a book. Watch something of substance.
Crackadona, how do you prove something like that? Like
what?
I believe that they are pedophile reptilians out there. What do I go do? Go kill one of them and then get one of them promoted, like that one guy did? And like had his whole life ruined by reptilians, and he killed some guy who he thought it was a reptilian, and the guy didn't die, and then he was a pastor, and then he became part of the government for no reason. Weird. Like, how do you prove something like that in action? Like, what book, what source could? Oh, right here in the Epstein files, it says that they're reptilians. Like, I understand the autism of wanting everything to be like proven and not just having like airy, retarded arguments and statements. But literally, how am I supposed to fucking prove it? Like literally.
Okay, well you're stuck on this proving thing where I'm more of the absence of evidence isn't evidence. Okay.
That's not what I'm not saying that it is either.
Yes, you are. You keep saying I need it to be proven when all I'm saying is the only things we have to go off of, right? Like the very little evidence, quote unquote, that we have does not lead me to agree with you. Is what I'm saying. Where you're saying, I believe this based on nothing, right?
So, okay.
Do you understand what I'm getting at?
I do understand what you're saying, but
it's not defending. It's not defending. It's just I'm very logical person.
How am I supposed to do it any differently? Let's play devil's advocate. If these things are true, which they very well may not be, but if they are, what am I supposed to do other than just say them? Like what? Like literally
investigate and research. That's all you can do. You can read what you gotta read.
Earth. Say less. I'll be the
Bro,
first.
what have we been
ever,
doing
dude.
for fucking 5 years?
Oh.
We've just been researching
No, but I mean,
and
like,
investigating
you want me to bring you a
a
reptilian
reverse
head,
engineering
a stick or
program that's been
something.
going on for 80 years. And we've researched so much to the point that it's undeniable that it's real, right?
But that's not what I'm talking about, though. I'm talking about like
It's an
individual
example.
beings. Yeah, but that's craft. Those are vehicles. That's different.
It's nuts and bolts, right? Like you cannot be led to any other conclusion that it's real.
Oh, right. And then we've talked about how it's like, okay, what if we did just figure out the physics, and regardless if space is real or not, we haven't talked to any aliens, and the whole alien thing to some degree is a psyop because we did just discover anti-gravitic shit like back in the 50s or whatever, and then we were like, oh, we can't. They realized that it would totally dismantle like the whole thing that they had going for them with making everybody retarded and gay, and they're like,
Paladin, I timed you out. Come back when you have a fucking original thought, okay? Pedoreptilians, this is crazy work. Skinny Bob, we all know about Skinny Bob. Skinny Bob's fake. Are either of us gonna go Super Saiyan at any point? I don't have any hair, so it's not possible. I could do whatever
you could.
does.
It just wouldn't. Your hair wouldn't stick
look
up.
cool.
You could go Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
you'd still. I mean, the hair has nothing to do with it. It's
right.
It just happens. You'd probably grow hair, but whatever.
Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it. Hit that like button.
Don't
forget to subscribe.
Thanks for showing, guys.
Yeah, it's
Bye.
over now.
We're done.
All right, let's see here. I gotta have something that I could play. What did I want to talk about? I had a couple of things here. Well, that was kind of like one of those subjects. Oh, me and Ashton were going back and forth with a guy on Twitter today. Have you ever heard of oh yeah, Marion Gaines, you know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Ashton were like tag teaming fucking dunking on him today on Twitter. That was kind of fun. This is an interesting concept for launching things into space, which I guess this is like it's a company called Spin Launch, right?
Is that
it's
the ones
like
that they throw the fucking rocket into the
yes.
sky? That is the most retarded shit.
It's the most Fred Flintstone-y thing I've ever seen in my life, dude.
That's like if black people ever, like if Africa ever had a space, you'd say it was this. I know exactly, and then it blows through the top of it. I know. Yep.
Dude, this is nuts.
It's the dumbest thing ever. It doesn't get fucking high enough. It just doesn't. It's not enough.
The problem with it is it exerts 10,000 G's on whatever's in the capsule, so everything breaks. Unless you're sending like gold ingots up to space, like what are you gonna like? You can't put IKEA furniture in these things.
It went into 3D model. Oh, it went into space?
Yeah.
Actually, that's how it works. Was the black guy saying that this was a good idea?
All right.
Like, we literally already figured out how to go to space. You know what I mean? We already fucking figured it out. It's some dumb Elon Musk level retard who like has all this indisposable income. He's like, what if we just threw it? What if we did it differently? Dang. That's from like a couple of years ago too. That's old shit. That's not new.
Been seeing this for a while. Have they successfully orbited anything yet?
No, they fucking have not.
Of course. Guac, is this true? No, Spin Launch hasn't orbited anything yet. They've done several successful suborbital tests, like the 2022.
Which means not getting into space. Suborbital means anything that isn't space, by the way.
Yeah, it's like under it's under 70,000 feet, I think, is what
anything
it is.
that isn't space. Because it's like if it hit the ground and landed an inch, it would be suborbital. It's not. I don't know if they would.
Like, what can you send to space that it will be okay after 10,000 G's?
I don't know, but we put all the black people in the world into one of these and see if they're okay afterwards.
like the Suicide Coaster.
No, nothing like no. It's like like a lovely space vacation. This is not the euthanasia coaster. It's nothing like that where they spin like 100 times over and over again. That's such a funny idea.
Is it Nappa or Raditz that is Vegeta's brother? I always thought it was Raditz, but then I think I saw something the other day that it was actually like Nappa is Vegeta's brother.
I'm not a Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is for black people.
Well, I was raised a poor black child.
Yeah. See, that's why I grew up with shit like Naruto because I'm white. You wouldn't understand.
You're not escaping that bullet with that one. Okay, Naruto. Do you know how many black nerds I've seen on the internet wearing that
Dragon
gay
Ball
headband?
It's higher. It's higher on the list, and you know it. Yeah. And you know who introduced me to Naruto? A black family, literally. So
well, there you go. Yeah, you're not dodging that one.
Yeah, I guess not. Bleach is like the white man's anime. Like fucking Death Note, that's some white people shit.
Similar company, but better idea. Some company that is calling themselves the Uber of Sunlight. What's it called?
I know what this is. I know what that is.
Reflect Orbital. I'll look it up.
They have like a giant mirror satellite in space, and they're like, "Oh, I am an African boy, and I would like sunlight for my village." And then the mirror like deflects sunlight to your village for 10 minutes for like $10,000, and then you get to like all kill a village of people like ants with a magnifying glass for $10,000. It's lit.
Yeah. You're
Raditz is
Goku's
right. Older brother.
Goodbye to Dark Nights on Earth. California startup Reflect Orbital plans 4,000 space mirrors and sets off alarm bells among astronomers. Kind of seems like a certain kind of space laser, essentially, if you reflected it like ants through a magnifying glass.
I literally just said that.
Yeah, well, I was trying to steer towards a tiny hat joke.
Toucan. We call them toucans. That's the new one.
Toucans? Okay. Not Brazilians. We're past the
because
Brazilian
they figured that one out. They're like, we're not Brazilian. We're toucans.
Why y'all remember I cooked you guys last time? No, nobody remembers that. I have no idea who you are. I've never seen you before. Every black American watched Naruto, my boy. No Bleach, Death Note, Dragon Ball Z. All black Americans watch them.
Crackadona, you could have ignored that because I got the black person riled up by talking about anime. It's just a Sandman level intellect right here. Ignore. Imagine arguing with me about fucking anime, you faggot.
Who's arguing?
That's my thing. The black freak.
Oh, well, that's... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you don't argue with Faded Bones. He's a angry incel anime shut-in.
Yeah, and the only thing worse than that you could be is black. So, I mean, come on.
In Minecraft. You know what? There was a couple of... Okay, so since we were talking about Epstein earlier, there's a couple of tie-ins with... we've talked about this before. Epstein's interest in the UFO phenomenon and courting scientists that were laid off by Los Alamos and other governmental... Oh, dude, there's another fucking story that I keep forgetting to bring up. Holy shit. The guy who was like the highest general from, I want to say Holloman, where they had the landing and they supposedly met with the NHI. The general has like gone missing and he's been missing for 10 days and they found like clothes outside of his house.
They're going to find like Egyptian headwear.
This would be the guy who would know everything. Like he would know about craft. He would know about
This is one of the graybeards that they talk about.
Right. Let me see if I can find a video of it. Missing General. He's actually, I think David Grush mentioned him as one of the people who should be like talked to by.
Like talked to, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. He got talked to, all right, Crocodile.
Oh,
he got
yeah.
talked to with
He
a
got
gun to the back of his
disappeared.
head. Yeah.
Disappearance of General Neil McCasland. Alarming, Ross Coulthard says. All right, here we go. We got a Ross Coulthard.
McCastle land. I'm from the land of castles. McCastle land.
Stop screen, share screen. There you go. Neil McCasland. Disappearance of a general, guys, who for sure has some knowledge of the crash retrieval program.
Major General William Neil McCasland, a former commander,
And is reported
of
to
the
have
Air Force
talked to them.
Research.
By the way,
A
not just like, oh, he's
68-year-old retired Air Force officer has been missing since February 27th in Albuquerque, New Mexico. A silver alert has been issued. Now, that's typically reserved for older missing people, sometimes who have health-related
I was going to
issues.
say,
Now,
is
to
it
be
because of the
clear,
hair?
This isn't
That's really
just
funny.
any missing senior citizen, no. This is Major General William Neil McCasland, a former commander of the Air Force Research Laboratory, the organization responsible
Nancy
for advanced
Guthrie
military
kidnapped
technology
him.
and science.
Nobody cares about that bitch
Space
anymore.
systems and special programs at the Pentagon.
Man, they were really trying to make a distraction with her, and just nobody gave a fuck about an ABC News reporter's mom going missing. We were just like, who cares? And we just went right back into the Epstein shit. That PSYOP did not work at all.
Projects that were so classified that many inside the government never even got to see them. And here's where the story really gets strange. The base that he once led, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
Hold up. Let's run that back a little bit.
He also worked on space systems and special programs at the Pentagon, projects that were so classified that many inside the government never even got to see them.
But we're telling you about him right now, though.
Well, no, I mean, people can tell when certain people work on certain things. You just will never find out what it is. You know what I mean? Like, this guy had like top tier clearance. Do you understand the importance, Faded Bones?
Yes.
You think that they're telling us that he
Just
explain
like you
your
said, we're never
comment.
going to find out, so it doesn't even matter. You know
All
what I
right.
mean? And it's
Yeah.
not like I don't believe this guy because he's the one who talked to the Egypt head motherfuckers. So it's a pretty.
I might be
compelling
getting
story.
it mixed up, but that
okay.
may not be him.
Okay.
Here's where the story really gets strange. The base
right.
that he once led, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base,
Wright-Patterson,
is
there you go.
historically linked
Not
to Project
Holloman.
Blue Book. This is the reported U.S. military's official investigation into UFO sightings. McCasland once oversaw a $2 billion budget and some of America's biggest secrets. So when somebody like that disappears, you know people start asking questions, particularly since McCasland had disappeared right after the president announced that he was directing the release of UFO and extraterrestrial.
Oh, I didn't even put that together.
So you can see why there are those online who are fully into theory mode right now, right? The FBI,
Whoa.
multiple other
I knew he
agencies
was
are now
important
involved in
when
the
it came to
search.
UFOs,
I wanna
but
bring in
I didn't
somebody
put that
who's
little
been following
tidbit
the
together.
story
That's a
and
great little through line.
believes that McCasland's disappearance has very important implications.
Oh, yeah.
Ross Coulthard is an investigative journalist.
By the way, Ross Coulthard, he came into this with David Grush, what was it, 4 years ago? Look at the toll that it has taken on him. Like, just having to deal with the people that like ufologists and like UFO heads have just like we've been in this shit for fucking ever, dude. And just like, look at this guy. He used to be a respected reporter, and it's just fucking like
that's what all Australian people look like, Crackadona.
I don't know, man. I feel like I don't know. I feel bad for him. My heart goes out to him because he knows now, like now that he's in on it, now that he's like gone head first into the whole UFO thing, he realizes he's never going to get anything, just like the rest of us have known for many, many years. He's never going to get to the bottom of it.
He's like, oh, I'm going to kill myself.
Dude,
Lit.
yeah, he thought he was
Awesome.
so close with David Grush, and that was enough to like wet his
You're
whistle.
lucky if you see anything, and that's it.
Yeah,
The end. Like that.
Yep.
It is. They're never going to give us anything.
they're
It's
never
gonna be
giving it up
70.
ever.
and people are going to still be arguing and bickering about the same thing. We're going to still be going to wars about the same thing. It does not fucking matter. It's a totally
Faded Bones.
Ever.
Do you know what happens to him all the time? Like now
little,
that he's
Men in Black alien hops out of his chest and goes and gets a drink.
No, maybe, but seriously, I just want to follow me along this thread, right? Okay, this is Ross Coulthart. He's gonna get off this news program where he's about to talk about a missing general who for sure was in the reverse engineering program and probably one of the top people in it. He's gonna hop off this little news interview. He's gonna get in his car, and then he's gonna get 3 phone calls, each from different like high level CIA people going like, "Hey Ross, I'm in a room with an alien right now, but you can't tell anybody." And they're going to FaceTime him and the alien. And he's going to go, "I know Bob. It's fucking real." He knows it's all real and he can't say anything about it. He just cannot ever talk about it and he can never prove it. You imagine knowing something is true and you have seen evidence and you've heard evidence from like the most verifiable people and you just like, you can't tell anybody about it. How insane would that drive you?
Popular reality check podcast covers the stories that the mainstream media is too afraid to touch. Thank you so
Does
much
that guy shave his widow's
you
peak?
called this a grave national security crisis.
He's got a widow's peak shadow.
He's super
odd
like
the shadow of his widow peak right here. It's like, does he shave it?
I don't know. You want me to call him up and ask him, or like?
Because it's what's that dark triangle on the top of your head? It's really bothering me. Just grow it out, dude.
I'm surprised you're not hung up on the ears. The ears are what's getting me. The ears are large and in charge.
You know, I'm like ear blind unless they're like fucking really, really. I don't know. That's his ears look fine. He's got like fucked up retard N-word like mutt ears. I see, but it's not like, it's not that bad. There's a reason why I wear headphones all the time, and then when I have my hair out, you can't see my ears. What if they're really fucked up? They're not.
I'm gonna start the video over. I don't even remember what it's about now.
I think Ross Coulthart was saying every time I hop off, I'm gonna go get some macas, but before I do that, I'm gonna autoerotic asphyxiate for 7 hours straight.
He's got to field 50 calls from top CIA people telling him every little secret.
I just got out of a UFO. It hurts.
He's just rocking back and forth, and he's like, "I'm a reporter. What? I can't do anything with this information. Why are you people just stop telling me things?"
At the Air Force Research Laboratories, which
he's getting calls from aliens, and they're like, "Can I come on the show?" And he's like, "No, you can't come on the show."
Who's been following the story closer than anyone believes that McCaslin's disappearance has very important implications. Ross Coulthart is an investigative journalist who hosts News Nation's very popular Reality Check podcast, covers the stories that the mainstream media is too afraid to touch. Thank you so much for coming on the show. You called this a grave national security crisis. Why?
Good evening, Jesse. Well, Major General McCaslin, as you rightly noted, was an extremely senior commander at the Air Force Research Laboratories, which does a lot of the materials, aerospace, weapons research for the US Air Force and indeed the entire US Defense Department. He was in that role until 2013, and I'm told he was very, very highly cleared, very highly respected. And of course, as you rightly
Faded Bones, remove the Browns from my chat. Thank you.
We noted Air Force Research Laboratories, Right Pat, is the location where the rumoured UAP materials from the 1947 Roswell incident were taken. It's long been rumoured to be a repository for top secret materials that were recovered from alleged non-human craft. And of course, McCaslin has been named previously in leaked emails that associated him with the plan back during the Clinton-Trump election campaign, where John Podesta, Hillary Clinton's campaign manager,
Pizzagate Podesta,
in conversations with General McCaslin and another general from the US Air Force about what was clearly an intention to declassify and release UFO secrets to the American public.
He has a wealth of information, a storied career, The circumstances surrounding his disappearance are bizarre, to say the least. No clear direction of travel, no identified clothing. That's what makes this so odd.
Yeah.
Before we even get into the allegation of, let's say, someone took him, can we just cut right through it? I mean,
No,
the
not
idea
you,
that
Nana.
he disappears right after the
Faggot ass
announcement that there's
Nana,
going to be
shut
a
up.
release of these UFO files, these UAP files.
Yeah, I know you're
extraterrestrial files.
brown,
I know
Nana.
a lot of
Trust me, I can't forget it.
people are trying
That's
to make a
fucking
connection.
disgusting.
Is there anything
No wonder
you're
we don't get
seeing
along.
besides it just being a very
Shocker.
strange coincidence?
It's an alarming synchronicity. I think we can put it at that, Jesse. We do know that General McCaslin was well respected by people who were pushing for UAP disclosure, including very senior people in Hillary Clinton's campaign.
Hold up a second. Crackadona, I learned I can buy memberships with gift cards and already gave a person named Belita $100.
So can I break down this comment for you because it's
Yeah.
gonna piss you off on two at least
I'm
three
already
different
pissed
levels.
off.
No, you ready?
Yeah.
No, he didn't. This person that he's talking about sucks, and he couldn't do it right now if he wanted to, because I don't give this other person $100. They're $3. It's $300.
Yeah,
Nana,
Nana,
100 subs. $300 right now in the chat for 300 subs. Get the subs.
Nana, you've been dangling this money that you've sent me pictures of for literally years now, and you've never like once donated $1 to me. So forgive me if I withhold my belief from your statements, okay, buddy?
In 2016, we know he was planning to disclose UAP secrets.
All right, Nana. I'll stay live.
That this follows so closely on the heels of President Trump's announcement that he was intending.
Meanwhile, Faded Bones, who has 6 viewers tops normally, is getting donated $120 regularly to him, by the way.
Shout out to King Blackout.
10 months. Use your limitless credit card, Donna. Thanks for being a fucking member for 10 months, person. I appreciate it.
Nana's got like hacks. He's got cheat codes on real life. He's got infinite money glitch. Yeah.
To declassify UFO files. A promise, by the way, which the president hasn't followed up on yet.
Well, Iran. I mean, that took center stage. Let me ask you this. Speaking of which, just gonna throw it out here. If he was, let's say, kidnapped, if he was taken, who would want to take him?
I'm waiting,
what would be
Nana.
some countries you would be looking at and say, wow, if they got a hold of this guy, you know, he's a wealth of information, he has the secrets, he could be useful to what we're building or developing.
All right, buddy.
Well, we're 10 days now into his disappearance.
I would just like to point out that between now and the end of this 20-minute time period that he has set up, he's going to become enraged with me mysteriously and then decide to not donate the money to me.
And I've walked those tracks around his home in Albuquerque. I actually tried to meet him by leaving a letter.
By hanging out outside his house? That's
I'd bump
creepy,
into him
Ross
while he was on the
Coulthard.
trails because I heard he was a runner.
Wait,
It's not a place where
that's a revelation right there. I'm not clicking on that, Faded Bones. Ross Coulthard just said that he has been hanging out on the trails around McCaskin's house in the off chance that he could meet him because he knew he was a runner. That's fucking weird.
That's what we call real
disappear, even if you
I
are
guess so.
medically incapacitated. So there are people now talking
that's-
about the possibility
I don't
of
have my
foul
glasses
play,
on,
and
I can't
the
remember what
obvious
I
suspects
typed.
are potential foreign adversary powers. China, Russia. The general has a lot of the most sensitive secrets of the United States locked up in his head. Before he became the commander of the Air Force Research Laboratories, he was the director of special programs inside the program. inside the Pentagon, handling some of the most sensitive secrets at the very top of the Department of Defense.
Oh, it's a new account, by the way, and I broke my old phone. Yeah, like how you broke your neck and you killed the guy afterwards. Who's still
the other way
alive?
of looking at it as well, and again, since there's no definitive proof or announcement of foul play, is a silver alert being issued. We've seen it happen before. People who are older, who have some sort of medical issue, perhaps a mental health issue. I'm not saying that's the case here, but even so, it would be strange that he would, potentially disappear on his own and not be found. However, this is an individual who does have experience in the outdoors, right? And you do wonder, would he have the capabilities to disappear and not be found?
I've spoken to friends of his, and I've also read a statement by his wife, Susan, and they've made it very clear that there was no mental incapacity, that the general was extremely fit. He'd cycled 60 miles the previous week.
Cycled 60 ejaculations within an hour.
An extremely fit, agile, mentally alert man. I suspect the silver alert is purely and simply because he requires medication that he has to take. Which is
for real?
Prescribed by
Shut
his
the fuck
doctors.
up.
There's no.
So this guy on the left here was
crazy.
the same guy from Law and Crime who covered Vegan Patriot hitting somebody. No shit. It is a small world, isn't it?
No indication that.
Why would they cover that stupid bitch hitting somebody like she's somebody? She's a nobody.
Nothing came from
it. That he left his phone at home.
Literally.
It's a real question mark. It's almost as if, was he going out to meet somebody and he didn't want to be tracked or listened to? What is also puzzling a lot of his friends is the low-key nature of the FBI investigations. This is a very senior former Pentagon general, a man with some of the most sensitive national secrets in his head. It really hasn't featured much at all in.
It's really, really, really odd that a guy with no past mental problems or history of mental illness, or like he doesn't have Alzheimer's or any of this shit, he just disappeared. And he's got some of the most classified information just chilling in his head, and he's just gone and nobody could find him. He's been missing. I think he's been missing for 10 days. 10 days he's been gone.
He's fishing.
Maybe.
Trip by himself.
Who knows?
Any media releases by local sheriffs or by the FBI, they're taking an extremely low-key approach.
That motherfucker's going to come back.
Dedicating a ton of resources to this, multiple agencies. Ross
hung and shot.
Thank you for being on top of this. We're going to be on top of this as well. You can watch Ross's podcast, Reality Check, on News Nation's YouTube channel. Thanks.
All right, you want to get into some Tim? What's our buddy's name? I forget.
Tim the retard.
No, the Congressman Tim. The homeboy Burchett. Yes, Tim Burchett apparently was in some sort of classified briefing, like in a skiff, and
classified sexual encounter with an NHI.
They were again withholding shit, right? And he knew they were bullshitting him, so he left and he went right over to the fucking White House and got right in with President Trump and started.
Wait. This alleged meeting that he's been going to have with him for forever, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna talk to Donald Trump." Is that what you're talking? Because you know what I'm talking about. He's been talking about doing that for forever.
No, so
this is okay. Whatever. So he went in there and talked to him.
Allegedly, Trump leaned into him and was like, "Do you think they're real?" To fucking Burchett, and he's like, "Mr. President, something weird's going on." I don't know. That's basically the setup for this video.
The problem with that is that Donald Trump knows, regardless of his status of being an alien or not, is irrelevant. But when
a sitting U.S. Congress,
she should be naked.
Walks out of a classified briefing and goes directly to the president, a national security investor who spent years inside Pentagon asset programs, makes a case from a professional standpoint that the most logical explanation for UAP data is not human technology. And one of the world's most decorated theoretical physicists describes the moment a fellow MIT scientist made him reconsider everything he thought he knew about where life in our solar system is and beyond. 3 different platforms,
not gonna
3
like that
very
segment.
different professional backgrounds, releasing their shows all on the same day.
They have the
Hey,
black
you followers,
aliens?
I'm Christina Gomez, and welcome to this episode
Black
of
MIT
UFO News
scientist.
Updates. Let's start with Capitol Hill.
As rare as an alien. Yes, a black MIT scientist is as rare as an alien.
No, but is he going to talk about because we always talk about the fucking tall Nordic whites and the reptilians or the tarantuloids and the mantids. We always talk about all these different fucking things, and it's like, okay, well, why are there white aliens? That's kind of weird. There's like white people aliens. That seems like sure, whatever. They're like elf people. Great. Where are the black aliens?
There aren't any.
There aren't, and is that what this guy's saying is otherwise, or is he just black?
No, she kind of like hypes it up a little bit more, but basically it's more along the lines of how science has changed its tune. Because even when I was a kid and in school, it was still like straight across the board. There is no other life in the galaxy, in the universe, in space. Like there's no. Like we have no basis for them finding microbial life anywhere. Like it was all a very found some. a hard no. And
that's what it's like.
Basically, what this MIT scientist is talking about is how the scientific community has come around in the subsequent years to the possibility and being more open to it.
Disclosure. Is that a picture of Sam Hyde on the wall?
It's Dr. J. Allen Hynek.
Congressman Tim Burchett of Tennessee has been one of the most vocal members of Congress on UAP disclosure for several years now. He has attended
It's Dr. J. Allen Hynek.
Classified briefings inside SCIFs, sensitive compartmented information facilities with multiple agencies. He recently sat down with the Resilient Show, and the most significant thing he shared.
And also, that was before they found liquid water to be under Mars. And what is it? Saturn's moon Titan, or is it Jupiter's moon Titan? And
Europa?
There's Europa and Titan. I think it has like two. It has like dual.
It has like water in it.
We sent a probe to one of them, and there's a video of it like going down in the atmosphere, which is crazy.
And then there's an octopus alien at the end of the movie. I've seen it.
What the scientist was saying, the microbial liquid found under Mars, but he was saying, I had never heard this, microbial life in the gas atmosphere of Jupiter. I had never heard that either, but I guess that's like a plausible thing that like scientists have been looking at.
Because what he has seen inside those briefings.
In the fucking vacuum of within
the atmosphere, like Jupiter is a gas giant,
right? But it's incredibly dense because it's like the biggest planet, so the gravity is the heaviest.
Yeah, but that would have no effect on like microbial life.
I guess not
within the gas atmosphere of it.
It was what he did immediately after. Take a listen.
And I had a pretty long conversation with the president just a couple of days ago, and I said, Mr. President, I just want you to release everything that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
And because he asked me, he said, "You think they're real?" I said, "Something's going on."
Oh yeah. So all of the videos that they're not allowed to talk about, that they've been briefed on in these SCIF things since the first David Grush congressional hearing. They've all from the get-go said that we've seen videos that are much clearer that we can't talk about. And when Trump came out recently, when he got fucking cucked into saying, I want to release all the UFO stuff by Obama, Burchett went to him and was like, if you're going to release this stuff, you got to at least release the stuff that we've been able to look at, the Congress people. You got to put that shit out, you know?
Oh, Mr. President, we're spending billions.
That's fair. That's a totally
Had a
fair ask too. That's
Pretty long conversation with the president.
They already got to fucking look at it. So,
and listen to one of the other things he says here. He goes, "Mr. President," the president goes, "Do you think this shit's real?" And he goes, "You got to release the stuff that we've been able to look at as Congress people, and also the billions of dollars that are disappearing into some sort of government projects that have no fucking trace." Yeah,
that's where he lost him immediately.
So, Mr. President, I just want you to release everything that I've seen.
What a dummy.
And
money doesn't
because he asked me, he said, "You think they're real?" I said, "Something's going on, Mr. President. We're spending billions of dollars on something." And
we're not.
And I have a pilot, one of the best ones in the world, military pilot. He said, "Tim, that thing was," he goes like this, 14 feet from my canopy.
The president is
What's that
asking
weird
the
hand
questions
symbol? I don't like
directly, and a congressman with classified access is telling him face to face, release it all. And then to top it all off, a pilot told him a UFO was seen 14 feet from him. Burchett also addressed the structural problem that UAP researchers have tracked for years. If materials had been transferred to private defense contractors, a broad presidential declassification order may not be enough to reach them. Private corporations have no legal obligation to respond to Freedom of Information Act requests. The order has to be specific, and Burchett confirmed he and others close to the president are now actively working to make sure it is.
The whole thing stinks. We got to get to the bottom. The only way we're going to do it,
stanky.
Donald J. Trump turns those files loose, and they can't be these redacted files with all the
right.
You know.
Do you think he has? I guess does he have the authority to do it, and are we going to actually see something?
He 100% has the authority to do it, but he doesn't know. I don't think he'll know what to ask for. And myself and some other people that are close to him are going to be talking to him about the right things to ask for.
Good.
So the authority exists. The political engagement is real. The problem here is precision. And now there are people in the room working to solve that.
Yeah,
that inside Congress dynamic connects directly to a conversation happening actually right outside of it.
He doesn't.
Well, I don't think he he knows what you think he knows. I think he knows.
He knows enough.
He knows enough to where he's bored of it. It's not about money, and it's not going to get him it's not going to get him a Nobel Peace Prize. So he has the lowest amount of interest in it, because Donald Trump is not like a curious person. He's not like an intellect. He's not somebody to me. This is obviously you all know this. This is the most important thing to me. I feel like this is of any story that could come out. This is it. This is life. Non-human intelligence has been puppeting our entire existence from the get-go. There's technology that it's Star Trek and Star Wars. The tech that is real makes that shit look like child's play. You know what I mean? But to Trump, he doesn't care because he doesn't see. I think that probably somebody from the CIA comes in with the folder and goes, "Mr. Trump, there's shit in the skies that we can't explain. We have some of the technology." And he goes, "Yeah, that's fine. We'll keep it a secret. Do you want us to keep it a secret?" Well, sure. Yeah, we'll keep it a secret.
What do you guys want for lunch?
Yeah, exactly. And he's on to fucking, all right, how can we bomb these brown people into oblivion? Right? I want to use the big bombs this time, and he's already over it.
I want to use the big ones, only the biggest bombs. The Tsar bomba, we're going to call it the Trump bomba. You don't put me on full screen, and then it dissipates, and it becomes a different accent. It's a hard accent to keep hold of. You gotta suck a lot of. I can't say what you suck a lot of, but you gotta suck a lot of them. Use your imagination. Use your imagination. All right, guys. Now that I have you, the Jews run the. All right, well.
And inside of the world of national security investment, where the UAP question is being weighed not by researchers or advocates, but by someone whose entire professional framework is built around hard evidence and data. Jake is the founder of Mark Ventures, a private national security venture capital firm, and before launching it, he spent 2 years working directly with Congress and every branch of the U.S. military, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and even the Space Force to rebuild the Army Venture
Space
Capital
Force.
Corporation. He is not a UAP advocate. He is someone who elevates national security technology for a living. And he sat down with the Founder Story channel and stated this.
We've witnessed things that like accelerate faster than any known object could possibly accelerate, or make turns faster than anything could turn and still survive. So like there's like alien tech out there. Lots of explanations for that. But I think actually the most compelling is that it's alien. Because if it were an adversary, right? So if it's like Russia or China building this stuff, or even if it was the US, the thing that you're seeing from 1940 would not look like the thing that you're seeing in 2025, right? Like we would expect to have seen a tech curve, some advancement in that technology. It wouldn't just be like, wow, we had this amazing thing and now it's frozen in time. It's always going to be the same thing. And the other thing is if it had been Chinese tech or Russian tech, like we would be speaking Mandarin or Russian probably.
Can I
and
say
not
something really
English
quick?
right now.
That argument from someone who has spent years inside defense.
What's up?
Whenever like military guys or these UFO guys, they bring up anything, it's like, oh, but what if it was China and Russia they had UFOs? And it's like, that's the most irrelevant fucking thing ever. And
They
when
do, by
they
the
bring
way.
that into it. Of course they do. So to act like, oh, it's one of theirs, as if it matters. Like they say that like we're gonna go to war with the UFOs, because that would be the only thing that it would be scary for. Oh, they have them because they're driving around? No, because they're gonna drop bombs on us at the speed of light? Probably not. Because we've all had these things since like the 50s, and everyone got there. Every fucking place has their UFO stories. Every place has UFOs. Every country, every government has their fucking hands on it or whatever. Like it's not a big deal. And so, like, it just pisses me off. It's like when they talk about angels and demons, and they're like, "Oh, but the aliens are angels and demons." It pisses me off the same way when they talk. It's Chinese and Russian people. It's like, talking about that is like such a nothing retarded burger. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter. 'Cause of course they do, and they're not going to do anything with them, just like we don't, or like they're not going to do anything other than.
Well, I feel like I think that we don't have as big a grasp on the technology that some people think. Like they just think that like, oh, we got UFOs and we're just like mass producing UFOs now. No, I think that like it literally took them 80 years to basically get to a barely flyable ghetto version of a reverse engineered craft, and we probably have like 2 of them that like are ours.
You're right.
And we will never risk our top technology in a wartime scenario.
That's like the Skunk Works one that has lights on it. That's the TR-3B is what you're talking about, basically.
Yeah. I think that they would never. Wait. It's literally $1 trillion. The
real UFOs
craft.
are irreplicable, and they're psionically controlled.
Right.
So
they're like 3D printed and popped out like nobody's business.
You might as well be right.
They're created by writing a symbol, and then it manifests itself.
Yeah, they write on the universe. It's retarded. Let's not even get into it.
It is. It's literally magic.
It's a
they
spell.
write a spell.
It's a magic
spell. Yeah, it's essentially a spell, is how it's been explained. Or there's a giant hamburger shaped 3D printer under the ocean.
Well, that's what it's doing.
That prints. Yeah, it prints out interdimensional ships that are curtailed for specific missions.
You know why it doesn't make sense? Because they're from another dimension, and their like laws of physics are different. And so, like when you like summon something from like another dimension, you have to like use its ways, and it's like it's just drawing on the thing, but I don't know, whatever.
Well, that depends on what sort of UFO schizo you want to talk to, because according to the one, that English guy who reportedly like hacked into the back end of NASA back in the 90s, he found a list of the off-world fleet that we have, and it's like a list of all these and names of the ships and non-human officers that are working with them.
Crackadona, those are monkeys and dogs and parakeets and goldfish and grasshoppers and plants. They're not
Gary McKinnon. Gary McKinnon just did a big interview with Jesse Michaels from American Alchemy for the first time.
Your boyfriend
less than a week
cheat
ago.
on you with?
Yes. Yeah. I take Jesse Michaels right on the chin.
Technology programs eliminates the adversary explanation on purely logical grounds. If a nation had possessed this level of capability since the 1940s, the geopolitical outcome over the last 80 years would have been entirely different. The consistent performance characteristics across 8 decades with no visible technological progression did not match the development curve of any known human program that we know of. He also shared something personal in that same interview. He described being in Joshua Tree, directly adjacent to one of the largest military installations in the country, and watched something move diagonally across the sky at a speed and trajectory he simply couldn't explain. He saw it with his wife too, and he said on Founder Story that it was the first time he ever spoke about it publicly. And as we know, Joshua Tree is classified as a UFO hotspot.
You ever been to Joshua Tree?
Yeah, and they have Joshua trees all out around me, and the only other place that they have them, I think, in the entire world.
What is a Joshua tree?
It's very strange, and it's really hard to explain. So much so that think about real quick, just quick rundown, like 30-second thing. They start off as like one. They don't just start off as the hand things. It's like one stalk, and then I think I might be wrong. I think a bug like goes inside of it and like germinates it and then does something to it and then causes it to like sprawl out and go out.
Really?
I might be totally wrong on that. I think that's how it is. They're really weird anyway, though. They're just
isn't it like from the Bible or something? Or am I thinking of the acacia tree?
The Joshua trees are also they're in Jerusalem. It's like where I live and Jerusalem are like opposite sides of the world, like this.
Where it like
places in the world that they grow in the entire world, and they're like opposite.
Like where the continents split or something? Like
no,
Pangea?
Like from top to bottom. Like if you dug straight down, you would go to Jerusalem. Is what I'm saying. From like where
that explains a lot.
Like top to bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it explains a lot about you. More proof that that's all the proof I needed.
But yeah, they're very, very, very fucking weird. They're very strange. And then
she was just saying that Joshua Tree is like a huge UFO hotspot, which I was unaware
it's just
of.
Desert. It looks like a bomb went off in like this entire part of California. It's just death, and there's nothing fucking there. And it's like if you were gonna have like underground bases, Nevada, this place in California, New Mexico, these big old fucking spans of nothing. Arizona,
Faded Bones. Obama
whatever.
says there's no underground bases at Area 51.
That's dumb.
I see what you did there.
Now, what both of these conversations point towards is a much larger question. Not whether these things exist, but what they actually are and where they come from. The future is actually where the next conversation picks up. Because while Congress works on the political angle and the national security investors work on the data angle, there is a separate shift happening inside the scientific community itself. A shift.
Acacia has a lot of DMT. You know what? There was a band that I used to listen to called the Acacia Strain. They were like a hardcore like metal band. Now that you're saying this, I didn't know that, but that's probably why they named their band that, because it has a lot of DMT in it. Acacia Strain.
No, it's from Torrico.
Which NHL team? The first place Buffalo Sabres. That's what team? First place in our division, by the way.
That has been building for decades and has reached a point.
What are you talking about, Faded Bones? You're just burping and making noises and going.
If I wanted to get your attention, you'd know.
40 years
Stop
ago.
babbling.
Dr. James Gates, known as Jim Gates, is not someone who speaks loosely. He holds graduate degrees from MIT and completed postdoctoral
Boo, by the way, let's take a minute to fucking just a side track here. The Buffalo Sabres have put on back-to-back games of the year, by the way. Fucking 15 goals scored in our game against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, who is not a terrible team. 10 minutes of fights. Packed arena. The Oilers ain't doing that shit, bud. I'm sorry. Gretzky's retired. It's over for you fools.
Research at Caltech. He has been teaching physics
Dude, this
for
guy's
over
haircut
50
is crazy.
years.
Nothing
And
to
for
show
most
for
of the
it.
20th
Nothing to show for it. First place in the division. How about that? That's something to show for it. And we're going to the playoffs for the first time in 14 years.
century, the mainstream scientific community treated the question of ET life as, at best,
Stupid
pretty
Canadian.
speculative.
Die.
Carl Sagan
I'll
spent
fucking kick
much
your
of his
ass, you
career being
leaf
viewed as
retard.
an outlier for taking it seriously. And the search for ET intelligence, known as SETI, was dismissed by so many in the academic establishment for decades. Before 1992, we had 0 confirmed planets outside of our solar system. The assumption, largely unspoken but widely held, was that Earth was probably unique, and that position has collapsed as of now.
She said, like,
Today,
habitable
we know there are billions of potentially habitable planets in our galaxy.
Listen, buddy, it makes the winning so much sweeter. And I got to tell you, we're on a 9-game winning streak. I think our record is like 28-5-2. How are the Oilers doing, bud?
Alone, and the discovery
you're so
of
attractive when you
extremophiles,
have
organisms that
84
survive in
points.
conditions
Hockey
once
drama.
thought impossible for
86
life, including
points after
volcanic
tonight.
vents at the bottom of the ocean, has expanded the definition of where life can exist so dramatically that the old assumptions no longer really hold up. And the question has shifted from where life could exist elsewhere to why we would even assume that it doesn't. So Jim Gates sat down with Danny Jones, and what he said about where the scientific community actually stands reflects just how far the shift has gone.
Most scientists that I know believe that intelligent life likely exists outside of
Yeah,
our
I'm
solar
looking
system.
up the Oilers standings right now. Oh,
In fact, it's very rare that I
65
find
points?
such
That's
I don't think that's a
terrible.
reasonable
You guys suck.
Now think about where we came from 50 years ago in the scientific establishment. And then Gates went even further into territory that shifts the
Listen, bud, we've been on at least 3 10-game winning streaks this year. I think the longest one was like 16 games or something like that. So that's all I got to say about that. Punk
frame
bitch.
of
Let's
this
go Buffalo.
conversation entirely. He described a talk he attended by Dr. Sarah Seeger, a planetary scientist at MIT who had been building a data-supported case for life existing not on a distant Goldilocks planet, but inside the atmosphere of Jupiter.
I heard her give a talk maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Is this guy's hair a hat? What is going on here? I'm not really sure. Can you guys, like, what is this? He's got like a dark hairline. It looks like the top of his head hinges off or something.
About the possibility of life in
Well,
Jupiter's
take it
atmosphere.
from somebody who's lived in Buffalo their
This is
entire
an idea
life.
Carl
None of us
Sagan talked
do.
about in his what was this great series, Cosmos.
Yeah.
If you look very carefully, you'll find it. But this particular scientist and some collaborators were putting together observational and chemical data that where it was the first time in my life.
Yeah, I was
heard
wondering
someone
that too. What happened to Nana? I thought he was going to Walmart to get a gift card to gift me some subs, but I guess that's not happening, huh?
Oh, shocker.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear the excuse.
My phone broke and I'm
rational
gay and I'm
explanation about
retarded.
why
I'm
you should
stupid.
not rule out the possibility of life in Jupiter's atmosphere.
Not life on a distant planet light years away, life potentially inside our own solar system, inside the atmosphere of Jupiter. And yes, we're talking about microbial life
Buffalo's
at this stage,
time will
but
come,
that
buddy.
is
Buffalo's
exactly
time
the
will
point.
come.
Look how far the scientific community has traveled just to get here. 50 years ago, the mainstream scientific position was essentially that life beyond Earth was not worth serious academic discussion. Then slowly the language shifted. Maybe there could be be liquid water somewhere else. Then maybe where there is water, there could be
Do you guys
simple
think
organisms.
she's on Adderall?
Then maybe microbial life is not as far-fetched as we thought. Scientists here are taking baby steps, and each
Little
ignition
baby
opens the
steps.
door just a little bit wider. Microbial life in Jupiter's atmosphere today. The acknowledgement of intelligent civilizations elsewhere, maybe tomorrow. Place all three of these conversations side by side, and the picture that forms is not one that any single source could produce on its own. Given everything these communities have moved away from over the last 50 years, given that it is now considered the rare position to not believe in ET life beyond Earth, at what point does institutional resistance to UAP disclosure stop making scientific sense? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'm Christina Gomez, and that is it for today. I will see you again tomorrow at 10 a.m. PST for another UFO News update. Be safe.
Thank you, Christina. Yeah. We should have gotten the last 3 out of 5 years with McDavid. Connor McDavid almost came to Buffalo. Then we ended up getting Eichel, and he was a piece of shit who just didn't want to play good while he was here. And the first year he leaves and goes to Las Vegas, they win the Stanley Cup. What the fuck is that about, dude? He didn't do shit while he was here. And then he fucking leaves and goes to Vegas, where people don't grow up playing hockey because there's no ice there.
There's no ice.
There's literally no water in Las Vegas.
I agree.
And
everything that you say all the time.
thank you, Faded Bones. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Let's go over to. I'm gonna try and skip through this a little bit. But it's an interesting conversation between Pierce Morgan and Eric Weinstein, who's like a Harvard mathematician, who has been like Jesse Michaels from American Alchemy has basically red pilled him on UFOs. And now he's of the idea, he's come around to the idea that basically, whoa. Millionaire Nana gifted 1 Crackadona membership. Thank you, Nana. One whole membership?
$3. Who got it?
I don't know. I can't see that part of the stream. Hold on. Let me move this around here. Let's see. White Cup Gaming Guns 151 received a membership by Nana. Enjoy the membership, White Cup. There's like 400 hours of past podcasts that oh no, not 400 hours. There's like thousands of hours of past podcasts you can enjoy that have been made private for members, but there's like 450 videos or something. I don't know. Have fun going through all that. Oh, here we go. I'm trying to use the new card, but it's not letting me. Faded Bones. No, I've just read the unredacted Epstein files.
Yeah, shocker.
Where's that video? Okay, so Eric Weinstein has been red pilled by Jesse Michaels, and he's come around to the fact that perhaps back in the 50s, T. Townsend Brown uncovered anti-gravitic technology, basically. And what they've done since then is red herring physics into following dead ends so that they don't make any meaningful discoveries in physics, so that somebody doesn't come and discover what T. Townsend Brown and what the government wants to keep secret. And Eric Weinstein has sort of like been open to that as a real academic scientist. Thank you, Nana, for another gifted membership. What do we got here? Who got it? Gene W9QI received a membership from Millionaire Nana. Enjoy that.
Yeah, we're gonna get there one at a time.
Yeah, he's
100 singulars.
Yeah, he's gonna donate 100 one at a time. This will not be painful at all. Did they eat them? Oh, it's much worse than you could ever imagine. Drift. Oh, he gave another one. Who got that? Captain Spaulding Entertainment received it. There you go. Enjoy the membership. We have a. If these people are receiving it, does that mean they're here? No, it's just subscribers, right? Yeah. Well, thank you, Nana. Captain Spaulding, I'm sure will appreciate that. Maybe if he ever takes a break from ball washing Shannon Stump, he can come over here and watch. Oh, Nana gifted another one. Who got that one?
Okay, this is ridiculous. Can he not just do like Nana, do you have $15? Do you have $20? Do you have $50? Do you have $100? Do you have $300? Like, there is a way to gift more than just one, motherfucker. We can get this over with. We can be done with it, and we can say thank you. You don't got to drag out, like, literally throwing pennies at us, making it fucking hail. Not making it rain, he's making it hail.
Yeah, it's gonna be a distraction. If you're just gonna make it drip on me.
It's Chinese water torture at this point, the way you're dripping on us. Can you fucking just fucking get your last couple through
limit? Yeah.
Well, they're $3 each, so
for a millionaire, you're kind of Jewish, Nana, I gotta say.
Law.
All right, well, let's play this video.
There were going to be a lot of disaffected, disgruntled.
Man, that guy is Jewish.
Of what has happened with these unprecedented attacks on Iran.
I don't care about that.
Threat of Iran having a nuclear weapon, that is the pretext. Top scientists, and it does seem from the files that have been dumped on the world, the millions of files, that the citing newly released documents from the Department of Justice, the distinguished science journal Nature, revealed that Epstein invested millions of dollars in science projects, made donations to MIT and Harvard, and maintained a list of nearly 30 top scientists. The documents show researchers consulted with a sex offender on publications, visas, and public relations crises, and even allowed him deep involvement in their research work. So you've been clearly vindicated spectacularly in your concerns about this, but now we know the full extent of Epstein's connections to the higher echelons of science. It does beg the question, why was this happening? Why was he allowed to?
Well, because we don't know the full extent. I mean, I think if we ever get to the bottom of this, if we're playing the Nostradamus game, I'd like to, go double or nothing. I think some of this is going to have to do with a topic in number theory called elliptic curves, which people don't have at the tip of their tongue, but it's behind your ability to send an encrypted love letter or trade Bitcoin. Cryptography rests on number theory. And the Harvard mathematics department, where I got my PhD, was a leading source of innovation in the world of elliptic curves. I wonder very strongly whether people paid attention.
For those who haven't been following every aspect of the Epstein conspiracy theories, a lot of people, this is where it's come out that people have connected Jeffrey Epstein to Bitcoin. They say that Jeffrey Epstein created Bitcoin and that he is the Satoshi guy. This elliptical curve that he's talking about, that Jeffrey Epstein paid all this money to have these scientists develop or, do think tanks about, could be tied to the beginnings of Bitcoin.
To that Steve Bannon pseudo interview, in which, while doing media training, Jeffrey Epstein directly, and somehow nobody broke this out until I clipped it for Twitter, which I find
fucking Leafs fan. What is going on here tonight? We got Oilers fans and Leafs fans. I'm gonna kill myself.
Hold on, Crackadona. Can you click on Nana's second to last message? Not the newest one, but the one right before it. Right before that. The gift card.
Yeah, he said that in the beginning, that he found out that he could go and get a gift card from Walmart, and that's how, I don't know, I guess he doesn't have credit cards or something. Yeah. What about it?
So, some people, we should enact euthanasia on some of the population.
Yeah, you know who isn't shit this year? This fucking team, buddy. Bud.
Astounding. He literally says, "Why
You
did I
gave
get
Crackadona
the
$6? Calm down.
in New Mexico?
He's gonna get
Zorro
half of
Ranch.
that.
It was because
Crackadona's gonna get
Los
$3.
Alamos was
Shut up! I'll take it.
downsizing and firing its nuclear weapons physicists and high priests of high energy physics, and I wanted to be close to them." He's saying that when the Cold War ended, he recognized that there were going to be a lot of disaffected, disgruntled, laid off people because the U.S. in its most asinine moment decided that it was entitled to a Cold War dividend by screwing the very people who won the Cold War by, inducing a threat so severe no one could contemplate going to war with.
Nana, I'm going to need you to flip that credit card over, tell me all the numbers, and then there's that funny little three numbers on the back of the card.
They change every time you look at them. I promise.
Yeah.
Thus, well, what he was doing was he was setting up listening posts in exactly
That's
the
not
most
true,
telling
Loki.
places.
Faded
Zorro Ranch
donates.
is close to Sandia Laboratory and Los Alamos Laboratory, where he found his high energy physicists, as he said, and one Brattle Square in the 02138 area code of Massachusetts is a listening post to listen in on Harvard and MIT, which are connected by a 30-minute walk down Mass Ave. So if you just go into those documents, as I said to everybody, you will find that he had an extensive relationship with the Harvard Mathematics Department. Search on math.harvard.edu in those files, and you'll see he was meeting with
Brett's
everyone
his brother.
from
This is
S.T. Yao,
Eric.
who often acts in part as a representative of Chinese interests in the American mathematical elite, Martin Nowak, Clifford Taubes, Michael Hopkins, all of these sorts of people.
5 memberships gifted by Faded Bones.
Meeting with
Let's
Epstein, and then we
fucking
find
go.
out in particular.
All right, let's see who got them. Why isn't it showing up on my chat?
Captain Coke, Trip and Sip, Deebsby, O'Polly, and the Joers.
Joers?
By the way, of a fucking Pebs fame.
Yeah.
It's
well,
okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's all right.
dude, I remember when I made him crash out and drive 3 hours because I banned him
remember.
in Pebs's chat. Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
I fucking remember.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Faded Bones. I appreciate it. And
Nana,
Millionaire
you're a broke
Nana,
ass
thank you for the
asshole.
fucking gifted memberships, guys.
Yeah, thanks for the fart of a membership. Mine's way better. Do better, Nana, next time.
Damn, you gonna take that, Nana? You better fucking.
He is. He's gonna take it on the fucking broken neck,
isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the night he smashed his mirror. Remember, he was like tapping on her window and shit. I was on the phone with her, and it was fun times, man. Gift 10 Crackadona memberships. Yeah. Well, why don't you?
Well,
gift
I'm winning right now.
10 Crackadona memberships. Leafs in 6-6.
Why don't you do it?
Yeah, kinda. Real low key. Kinda. Well, she told me that. Well, she told everybody because she said it on a podcast that I told her I didn't want her talking to any other niggas, and she was getting money from Joers, and he was like taking her out and her kid to like the movies and shit. And I found out about it, and then I fucking banned him, and that was the end of that. And then she ended up moving in with Zaya.
Hold up.
Wait a minute. Captain Coke with the 5 gifted Crackadona memberships. We're on a fucking membership gifting train tonight, guys. Holy shit. This is
Chairman
amazing.
Herman.
Why is my
Sonny C got one. Sonny got one. Let's go.
Sonny, let's fucking go.
DSLAM 22D Slam. R Linick. Reen 215.
Dude, is that on the mobile stream or the?
You gotta have both of them open like a real nigga and have a.
I do,
and then
I don't see it on either. Faded. I don't. It's not showing up on either of my chats, which is weird.
I'm looking right at it. Are you on live chat? Go to fan funding.
Yeah.
If even, because that's what it would be under anyway.
Fan funding. What the fuck is that? Oh, fan funding. Oh, there we go. I see Nana's, so it's got to be on this one. Fan funding. There we go. It doesn't tell you who got them though, and then I only
can see who got them.
I only see the singular.
Just the fact that they gifted.
Yeah, and I don't see. I see like Captain Cokes is here, gifted 5 memberships. I do not see that on either one of them.
You go to the live chat, you still don't see it?
Nope.
Well, I'm looking right at it, so you're welcome.
All right. That's weird. Why can't I see it?
That is weird. That is very strange, actually.
I can see it in StreamYard.
Not who gave it, not who got it, though.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Captain Coke. I appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you. Now we've both given more than Nana. He's getting double mocked on from both directions,
shit.
front and back. Super fuck nigga. Damn. Terrible.
But like, you know, you had a debate on with Sean Carroll. I believe Sean Carroll shows up as having a meeting with him, as well as Benedict Gross, who is a number theorist, elliptic curve expert, who pioneered Jeffrey Epstein's entry into the Harvard math department. People are not understanding. This was a science spy, and he was spying direct. The reason I knew that, it wasn't a prediction. He was spying directly on my work. The earliest we see him in the Harvard math department is around 2002. I got my PhD in 1992. He had information on me that was from the late 80s, early 90s, about something called the Cyberpunk equations, which actually weren't recognized then and aren't recognized now to have to do directly with gravitational theory. He somehow knew that my work, which technically would have been about something called self-dual Yang-Mills equations, was actually about gravity. He was very focused on gravity, and this is going to come up in the UFO disclosures, which is that the UFO weirdness is not just about UFOs. It's about the golden age of general relativity and U.S. attempts to gain control over additional forces of nature. There are 4 forces of nature. We know how to control 2 of them somewhat, the strong force and the electromagnetic force. The strong force is what we got control of in 1945 and took out 2 cities in Japan. So what happens when you can control gravity? This is absolutely national interest. The national security apparatus has completely fallen down on the job. Nobody's picked up on what kind of a spy he was. And the idea that this is some sort of
I think we know.
auxiliary thing that he was doing with respect to science, when the main story is just about the sexual misdeeds, this is not true. I mean, his operation, I think in part, was about spying on scientists.
Well, yeah.
So that's fascinating.
Of course, the Jew is like
what do you think his
defending
real
Epstein,
modus operandi was? What was it that he was trying to do, and who was he doing it for?
I'm an idiot.
Why is that?
Well, I guess I'm very confused about this.
Horizontal.
Everyone saw
open.
Oppenheimer, you know, and if I put up
mean?
names like von Neumann, Fermi,
I understand what you're saying.
Bohr,
Now
Oppenheimer,
I can see him. Okay, I see him now.
Feynman.
Got it.
Everybody
Yeah, that
knows
makes
that that's a security risk.
Yeah. Okay.
But if I were to name the 10 most powerful minds in mathematics and physics, and I said that the goal is to break codes, come up with new directed energy weapons, go beyond Einstein's concept of the space-time continuum.
Nana, give me more
You'd say,
money.
Oh, that
now.
sounds like you know, tinfoil hatter stuff. It's like, wake up, man.
Nana, isn't it weird that like I don't have to lie about how much money I make
and mathematics
and I
are
can
much
still
more
donate
powerful
more
than
than
money.
you? Isn't that weird? It's just like
And
such a weird little
mathematics created Bitcoin. You can't have Bitcoin without mathematics. And physics created the ability to end the human species as we know it. When did we become disinterested in protecting all of these ninja priests with this? Like, what do you think of me as a?
Nana, I need about like listen, man. All jokes aside, if you want to really help me out, I need like
$300.
I need like $5,000. Can you do $5,000? You're a millionaire, right? You've been telling me you're gonna build me a PC for forever. Let me get this. I got a little bit of debt I gotta pay off. I got a $50 one and it's not working. Oh, come on. Well, my Cash App is I forget what my Cash App is. Send me like $5,000. Okay. Thank you.
Do you want to see something
commentator,
really funny?
or do you think of me as a differential geometer
What's up?
focused on the
So I was watching the Sam Hyde Perfect Guy Life podcast earlier, and there's like this AI thing. It's called like Shape World or something, like the Shape Store or something like that.
What is it?
It's like you watch it and you're just kind of like, oh, like, okay, this is kind of like whatever, the AI is cool. But then like the artist is like, oh, but actually it's black people. It's like what black people yearn for. It's like their version
like Wakanda.
It's like their afterlife, and it's just like shapes. It's like retard shit, but it's like really like artfully here. Let me
Pull that up. Yeah, I think I kind of know what you're talking about. It's like what dogs see when they go to sleep.
Here, and you're probably gonna echo, so just don't say anything, because it's on a different tab.
It's the shapes. You mean the Shape Store?
Yeah, Shape Store. Yeah, my bad. The Shape Store. You seen this, Nick?
I got like 8 of these little new shapes.
What the fuck is this? The Shape Store. Wow.
What?
Is AI? Yeah. Wild.
That's retarded. Wow.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Damn, shit's getting good. They are getting good at this. This is a lot of workaround for Frazzle Drip. Wow.
How much money does it take to generate this?
Yeah, $3. That's the new thing they're trying to put on us, that AI costs a lot of money.
Yeah, it costs a lot of water.
Energy, yeah, it's energy and water.
A lot of fresh water.
Well, yeah, you don't understand the AI costs.
He's smiling.
What?
He's calm. He's not wigging out. Oh, there it is.
Hit escape. Somebody had a crazy tweet breaking down. Oh, there it is right there. The Shape Store is...
I wouldn't have brought this up if this wasn't a part of it. Read this. This is the craziest fucking thing ever. So I saw that AI shit and I was like, all right, cool. Like, a little AI thing that Sam Hyde likes, cool. And I was like, oh, it actually like...
Can I talk now or am I going to echo?
I can share it to where it doesn't. Let me do it like this.
So this, let me just say something really quick. Nana, you always bring this up like it bothers you more than it bothers me. It's crazy. He goes, where is it? Right here. Then it won't be anyone's business how much I send you, and no one can tax it. Don't worry about the taxes, bro.
You're a millionaire.
Yeah, I fucking pay taxes, okay? It's fine that YouTube takes half when you're on here if you want to give to me on YouTube. But it's like, just like, don't worry about the government taking what they need to take. That's fine. Okay? Just like... anything you want to give me is much appreciated, buddy. Which is less than everybody else gave me tonight. I just want to point out. If you send me $5,000, just send it to me on Cash App. That'll be fine. They won't tax that. That'll be up to me to pay the tax.
Literally. Send him $5,000 on Cash App right now, faggot. Kill yourself.
I bet you won't. I bet you won't.
Bet you won't.
And I'm not saying all those mean names that Faded Bones is saying, but I bet you won't.
Here, share this right here. You won't echo. You could read this.
All right, we'll send it on Cash App then. Here, let me see what my Cash App is. I don't even remember.
This motherfucker is gonna send you another $1 and he's gonna say, "Oh, that's all. Let me send, dog."
Yeah, he doesn't have any means to send it to me. I don't have cash. What about PayPal? You got PayPal, Nana? What do you have?
You don't have
a PO box? I'm not setting up a PO box, nigga.
Yeah,
crazy?
so you can send money in the mail. What are you, fucking retarded? Are you literally fucking retarded? I'm gonna send you money in an envelope. Die. Read this.
All right. So this is Black People Heaven, apparently. The Shape Store is the afterlife for Black people. It represents the Hannah.
Hold on. He says the name of it. Hold on.
Chanelian.
Wait. Bacchanalian.
Okay. Well, I was reading that.
It's coming. It's coming.
Bacchanalian tempest of chaos that stirs in their hearts. It is neither heaven nor hell, but a tense purgatory of motion, wonder, violence, and colors. The Shape Store is what they grasp for while alive. The Shape Store represents the platonic perfection of consumer indulgence that fulfills the Black impulse for status hierarchy. The absurdity of the premise highlights the purposeless trinketry in the shoes, chains, and clothes they steal, harm, and kill for. At a macro scale, there is functionally no difference between a limited edition pair of Jordans and a green rhombus made of plastic. The Shape Store is perpetually in a nighttime urban liminal space beyond the corporate McDonald's play pit funhouse aesthetics. Everything is lit with the hostile comfort of street lamps and concrete. The sky is a kindred darkness, beckoning ancient memories of African dirt finally cooling to a reasonable temperature in the dead of night. I gotta say, this last paragraph, whoever rendered that AI did a fantastic job, because it literally matches exactly what this guy wrote. The Shape Store embraces incoherent traffic from clown vehicles. You can go to Jeff Vanderloo in St. Louis right now and find at least 3 black men stuffing themselves into a toddler car frames with lawnmower engines, zooting around at 30 miles per hour between sidewalks and streets like Roblox NPCs. A ghetto-rigged solution to suspended driver's licenses becomes a hidden portal into a childlike whimsical sensation that only Miata owners could ever hope to come close to in the civilized dimension. This tender succulence is immortalized in Black Afterlife, a world where the joy of vehicles is divorced from the risk and mental anguish of navigating rules or considering that traffic normally invokes.
Isn't that fucking
it's fucking wild.
It's the craziest shit I saw today. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. I guess. Yeah.
That's true. What's up, Kevin? How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Crackadona, remember why I'm sending you this money. You said I would win my lawsuits without an attorney, becoming a self-taught lawyer. I did say that, and I meant it. And
it's
Faded Bones still doesn't think that it's happened. I think that there's still a possibility that it has happened. I for sure think that you're more than capable of accomplishing it, but you know, you did send me that picture. That could have been AI though, right?
You did send me that $6 and two gifted subs. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, you gave me $6
out of 1 million.
Yeah, I think didn't he say he got like 5 million or something like that? All right, Nana. I'll just continue to live my life like I always have, and not get any money.
Never get any money.
Never get any money that you promised me.
Oh shit!
Firebones is a no one whose opinion means nothing. Well, why don't you prove him wrong, Nana? Just go ahead and send me some of that sweet money that you got.
It'd be so easy and cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, and you could do it now too. Like you wouldn't have to wait around. Yeah. And don't ask me to like
right this second.
Don't ask me to like get I just need you to get like a messenger pigeon and like build a coop, okay? Because I don't want the government to see any of this. Right? Like, no, dude. It's like Cash App, PayPal. I'm trying, you can donate it. So if you don't want them to, if you want to send me $5,000 and you don't want the government to get, get any of the money that you're sending me, just send me 10 grand and then YouTube will take half. Right? Right. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, brother. Yeah, I suppose. But I mean, like, come on, man. You've been leading me on for so long here, Nana.
It's
so
not going to
long.
happen whether it's to prove me wrong or not, retard. It's not going to happen.
The
fuck?
right. Well, it's not that important. I have a job, so it's the thought that counts, Nana. I appreciate it. Oh, wait, I don't have a video up. Did we finish this? Yeah, we're done with that. All right, let me see if I can find something else here.
You can tell he's brown because he's basically like he's black looping with the emoji. It's like soothing him. He's like rocking in his chair every time he hits the red face. It like calms him down a little bit. You know what I mean?
No. Let me ask you, do you not have a bank account? Is that what's going on?
I got all my money underneath my ass where I sleep.
I mean, he
at
does. He did. He sent me a picture of money in a bag. Like in a
Sitting on
Ziploc
it.
bag. Yeah.
He's
Why
sitting on
don't you put it in the bank, brother?
Nah, because I don't understand how that bank shit works. I'm already trying to become a lawyer and shit. You don't want me to become a bank master now, do you?
Should we cover the terrorist bombing that happened in New York City like a day ago? Yeah, sure. Why not? NYC bomb. And then I want to talk about what CNN or CNBC, one of those fucking liberal rags. Do you want to take a guess on how they framed it in their title?
White people.
So let's set it up. There's this guy, Jake Lang, who's like a fucking idiot. Like he's like, I agree with everything he says because he's a racist. But he's from like Michigan, I think. I think he's from like Michigan.
He's Drewski's neighbor.
He's from one of those parts of Michigan where it's been totally taken over by Muslims. Like entire cities are just taken over by Muslims.
Have a bank account, by the way.
No, I don't have a traditional bank account to answer the question. Traditional, by the way.
What a loser.
Anyway, so like Jake Lang or
God.
whatever this guy's name is, he's been out there. He's been saying that his whole thing is he thinks that all the Muslims should get out, right? So he's a racist, blah, blah, blah. So he goes to New York City with a whole roasted pig, and they were roasting a pig in front of Mayor Mamdami's Gracie Mansion, which is the mayoral mansion in New York City. And that's how he decided to protest. Fine, whatever. Say what you want about the guy. It was a peaceful protest. He's out there. He's just roasting some pork in front of the Muslim mayor of New York City's house to get his point across. Well, two young guys from Pennsylvania show up and they throw fucking...
two young guys from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, two young guys who are just like Boy Scouts. They have, they're not Muslim terrorists.
No.
Yeah, they're not radicalized at all.
They weren't sent by the mayor.
Right. I don't know. Is this video? I guess this is video. It says, breaking upon his arrest from throwing a bomb at anti-Islam protesters in New York City, Emir Balat immediately pledged his allegiance to ISIS, saying, all praise is due to... That's his last name.
But you said Amir Balat, like a mere morsel of food. What's Amir Balat?
EMIR.
No, never mind.
I got your joke. I just don't want to play along right now.
It wasn't.
All
very
praise
good.
is due to Allah, Lord of all worlds. I pledge my allegiance to the
Lord of all
Islamic State.
terrorist
Die in
attacks.
your rage, you kafar. I guess kafar is like basically the goy version for the.
It's what you want to be.
For the sand people.
You don't want to be one of them.
Let me see if I can find a news. I don't want to see somebody's cell phone video. I want somebody to like wrap it up in a nice package for me and give me context. I guess we're gonna watch. We're gonna have to watch this fucking video. He's lighting it. Whatever it is, he's lighting it right there.
Get a circle! Get a circle! Guys, stay back! Turn around! Stay back! Stay back, guys!
Guys, it's in
Why are they all?
Guys, it's me.
Okay. Do you want to hear a crazy conspiracy theory that I think there's probably some truth to? If I told you there was one direct piece of media that has given the idea, okay, so Muslim terrorists fucking martyr themselves, right? Like they blow themselves up for God. Do you know what is directly responsible for them doing that? Because they didn't do that 100 years ago. There was something in popular culture that gave them that idea to do that. Do you want to take a guess at what it could be?
Year?
Mid 70s. Maybe even earlier, maybe late 60s.
Is it like a cartoon or something?
Something like that, yeah.
What?
I'll give you a hint. It's a book.
Not Alice in Wonderland.
Oh no, Faded Bones. Dune. All of the Muslim self-exploders are directly related to Dune.
And what in Dune is?
Do you want to learn about it? It's a wild. When I saw it recommended to me, I'm like, this is crazy. And then I watched it. I'm like, this is probably true.
What in Dune though?
The Freemen strap themselves with explosives and they blow up the non-thinking machines. Watch. The Fremen, yeah.
Interesting.
Here, let me show you. And of course, this comes from a very highly reputable source. This is one of the greatest minds of our generations. Let me see here. Yeah, so this video is called Dune Caused 9/11. And this is from the globalist top scientist known as Count Dankula.
I know that this sounds absolutely crazy, but hear me out. This video is so seriously semi-serious, and I demand that you take it semi-half seriously. But basically, I have a theory that Frank Herbert, the writer and creator of the very popular Dune series, which inspired a lot of modern sci-fi, could also have inadvertently inspired 9/11. Please leave a like and a comment on this video because it really helps me in the algorithm. Spring is coming, and you would think that would come with a series of lovely sounds like birds chirping and lambs baaing, but I don't care about any of that. My favourite music is starting to come out now. Lots and lots of new tunes with the sweet hook of This Summer, and I want to be able to head
Go buy whatever shit he's selling, okay?
9/11. An excuse for forever wars, an inside job, a giant insurance scam. It was a bunch of different things. But the main thing that it was a suicide bombing carried out by Muslim terrorists. Now, let's have a look at one of my all-time favourite ever subjects, the history of suicide bombings. The very first documented suicide bombing that we have in history was actually done by a Russian. In 1881, a Russian anarchist group called People's Will planned to assassinate Tsar Alexander II of Russia. One member of the group actually threw a bomb at the Tsar's carriage and it detonated, but the Tsar was still alive. And that was not the point of the entire exercise. So one of the assassins, named Ignaty Grinevitsky, rushed B towards the carriage while holding a nitroglycerin bomb and detonated it when he got close. He killed himself alongside several bystanders, but he also successfully killed the Tsar. Bomb planted, terrorists win. The next suicide bombing that we have after that was the 1927 Bath disaster, which was done by an American. And it was the first ever suicide bombing carried out on US soil.
Hell yeah,
Long story short, a man called Andrew Cahill blamed his local township for raising the taxes in order for them to build a new school. And this increase in taxes pretty much financially ruined him.
We hate paying taxes over here. Nobody hates taxes more than Nana.
He filled the basement of the new school with explosives and blew the entire building up with himself and around 38 children dying in the blast. I mean, I hate taxis just as much as the next guy, but that's taking it a little bit too far. Then after that, we have the Japanese kamikaze pilots of World War II.
Oh, I know these guys.
Banzaiing into aircraft carriers that were not made of wood and bamboo like theirs were because fucking brokies. And they did it because they...
Didn't you all assume, like I did, that the fucking Muslims have always been suicide bombing? We're almost up to World War II and they have not done it yet.
Absolutely were the Emperor's top guy, and they were more than happy to lay their lives down to defend.
They didn't have the technology.
Molesting schoolgirls on trains or something, and they even had these things called lunge mines, where they would again scream banzai and then charge at tanks with essentially a big bomb on the end of a stick, blowing themselves up and hopefully taking the tank with them. Then after that, in 1953, we have Donzel McGray, another American. And while he was literally standing in the courtroom during proceedings against his ex-wife, he stood up and unbuttoned his jacket, revealing a bunch of dynamite strapped to his chest, and then he yelled, "Look what's going to happen here!" and he blew himself up.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, that is some shit that you would say.
Look what's gonna happen
Look
here.
what's gonna happen here, guys. It's a bomb.
No, I'm definitely gonna say like something incredibly
It'd be funnier
racist.
if he asked the
It's
person
gonna
next to
catch
him to pull
everyone's
his fucking
attention,
finger.
and they're gonna be caught
His
real
ex-wife
off guard.
and
It was
her
like,
lawyer-
wait a minute, what did he say? Boom.
Faded Bones is gonna like tear his jacket open and it's gonna be dynamite. He's gonna say, "Have fun in shape heaven." N words.
What?
And a bunch of other people were injured, but fortunately Dunzel was the only person killed. Then after that, in 1959,
White guy named Denzel, by the way.
we have yet another American
They
called
steal
Paul
everything
Harold
from us.
blowing up yet another school.
Oh, can you pause it
I
really
have
quick?
no idea what the fuck is going on
Dude,
with Americans,
I was
but those
so fucking pissed the other day. I was driving. I see what looks like from a distance. Ooh, jealous. I see what looks like an American flag from a distance, right? I get up closer. It's an American flag, but it has Kwanzaa colors. And I was like, can't he just use like an African flag? You know what I mean? Why is it that black people, like, whenever they want something to be black,
careful,
it's like, oh, I'm gonna just take this thing and I'm gonna ruin it, and I'm gonna just make this thing black now. Green Lantern, black.
Well, I think that was Jewish dudes who did that.
No, black people need to get. Anyway,
all
right. They ruin everything that they touch, and they can't have an ounce of creativity in anything that they do. It's an American flag, but now it's
all right. Well,
brown
thanks for
and
sharing,
red.
Faded Bones.
fuckers really hate schools. But anyway, he did this because he was trying to enroll his son in the school, but he couldn't provide the necessary documentation to make it happen. So he said that he would pop off home and get the documents and then come back the next day. But instead, he came back with a briefcase full of fucking dynamite and detonated it in the school, killing not just himself, but also his own son that he was trying to enroll in the school, as well as some other students and a teacher.
Fuck him.
This one is probably the dumbest fucking one so far. Oh, you need a birth certificate for my son to come into the school? I mean, I could just pop right home right now and get that, and it would fix everything.
It is pretty retarded.
Or
I could just blow everyone the fuck up. I mean, look, again, I also hate bureaucracy just as much as the next guy. But
oh man, I hate paperwork.
Fill out the fucking form. Then in 1962, we have Thomas G. Doty, who blew up Continental Airlines Flight 11 by using sticks of dynamite that he had hidden inside of his suitcase, in an attempt to blow the plane up and make it look like a crash so that he could collect a bunch of life insurance policies that he had just taken out on himself.
What?
But that doesn't make any sense. Like, you're on the plane and you're holding the dynamite. How now? I just got to get out of here.
Yep, the hardest part's over.
Yeah.
So that all of that money could go to his family because he was facing financial ruin. He killed himself and all 45 people on board.
Nice.
The FBI, however, very, very quickly figured out that all of this was just part of a big insurance scam, and all of the policies were cancelled, and his family got absolutely nothing. Womp womp. Then we have a huge gap all the way up to 1981, where we had the Yanquan theater bombing in China. Where
1981, Islam has been around for forever. Still no suicide bombers from Muslims.
Crackadona, you don't
up to
understand.
1981.
They're like 100,000 years behind on the technology. They literally just
the technology,
got,
by the way.
Yeah, the technology of chemistry and gunpowder and things that exist. Yeah, they're a little
a man
bit slow.
named Gao Haiping got dumped by his girlfriend, and he wanted to kill her and carry out a mass killing while he was at it. So he invited his ex-girlfriend to come and see a movie with him so that they could bury the hatchet. He arrived at the theater and she didn't turn up. So He just kind of went, oh man, and just detonated the bomb anyway.
Oh man.
He detonated the bomb anyway, killing himself and 32 other people. Now, the very, very important thing that a lot of you probably noticed from all of these bombings is that not a single one was carried out by a Muslim. Not a single one. In fact, all suicide bombings at this point in history had all been carried out by crazy Americans, crazy Asians, and a single Russian. So at this point in history, there has not been one single suicide bombing carried out by a single Muslim. And it's not like Muslims haven't always been absolutely fucking mental. They've been carrying out atrocities for their fanatical and wrong beliefs for centuries by this point. But none of those atrocities involved suicide bombing. But all of that changed in December of 1981 with the Iraqi embassy bombing in Beirut, where a Shia Islamist terror group named Al-Dawa loaded up a truck with 100 kilograms of explosives, I can bench that, and ploughed it right into the Iraqi embassy in Lebanon, completely levelling the entire building and killing 61 people. And ever since that fateful day, suicide bombings have been Islamic terrorists' bread and butter. Because if they martyr themselves in the name of Allah, they get 72 virgins in heaven. And why go out and do it on the battlefield where you're taking a little bit of a gamble where, yeah, you might die quickly?
You know what's crazy is like the 72 virgins thing is like fan fiction that's been added on after the fact. Like it's not even like part of it.
Well, let's not get into how everything that they believe in is irrelevant. Not even because I don't believe in it, but because it's like literally when you get down to it, it's like, oh yeah, this guy was lying.
It's all stolen from other shit.
Dude, there used to be like, let's say that their book used to be like this. They're like, oh yeah, some shit happened. There was a war. Now we have this much of the book left. It's like all lost. And there's probably just all more weird freak shit anyway. But it's...
May have a very long and very slow, horrific death from gruesome and painful injuries. So why not just be a suicide bomber instead, where you die in about 0.02 seconds? Also, just to make everyone very, very aware of this, getting 72 virgins in martyrdom is not mentioned anywhere at all in the Quran.
That's what I'm saying.
That whole fucking 72 virgins thing actually comes from a hadith, which was written somewhere around the year 884 AD. A hadith is basically something that gets added to Muslim belief by Muslim scholars who claim that this hadith was something that God totally told the Prophet Muhammad.
He just forgot it. He just forgot about this.
And Muhammad just totally forgot to write it down in the Quran. Or the word of God, God spoke to you and you just forgot to write that
he's
down.
So
you forgot to write
absent-minded.
down the word of God. I mean, I don't know, man. I think if God spoke to me, I would kind of remember that shit. Also, for those curious, the hadith is called the Jami'at Tirmidhi, and it reads as follows. There are 6 things with Allah for the martyr. He is forgiven with the first flow of blood he suffers. He is shown his place in paradise. He is protected from punishment in the grave, secured from the greatest terror. The crown of dignity is placed upon his head, and its gems are better than the world and what is in it. He is married to 72 wives from among the wide-eyed houris of paradise. I'm not calling them whores, that's just how it's pronounced. And he may intercede for 70 of his close relatives. Intercede just means that they get to be a sort of guardian angel for their relatives in the afterlife. Not that they also get to bang their relatives in the afterlife. Because as we all know, those fuckers don't wait for the afterlife to do that shit. Tangent over. My point is that for exactly 100 years, from the very first suicide bombing in 1881 all the way up to 1981, there was not one single suicide bombing carried out by Muslims, even though that hadith has been around since 884 AD. However, since 1981, several institutions have estimated that 85 to 95% of all suicide bombings that have taken place since 1981 have all been carried out by Muslim terrorists. So what changed during that time?
What happened?
Dune. Dune was first released in 1965, mostly in the West, and it had some mixed success, but it very quickly became very popular among fans of sci-fi. And over the years, it gained such a huge cult following that the book started spreading all over the world. And despite the very famously strict speech laws that most Middle Eastern countries have, Dune was never banned in any Middle Eastern countries, and it actually became rather popular over there, and that was due to the Fremen. For those who haven't read the books or watched the movies, in Dune, the Fremen are a native people of the desert planet Arrakis. And I'm doing this because they aren't actually natives, they've just been there for a very, very long time, but let's not have me going on a 3-hour-long rant about the lore. Right, for the purpose of this video, let's just call them natives. And Frank Herbert drew a lot of real-world themes into his books. So when he created the Fremen, who are desert-dwelling nomadic warriors with fanatical religious beliefs, he based them on the Bedouin, who are real-life desert-dwelling nomadic warriors with fanatical religious beliefs, that being Islam. And, just like in Islam, the Fremen religion promises rewards in the afterlife for martyrdom. Frank Herbert also very often uses the term jihad all throughout his books to describe any kind of holy war that the Fremen engage in. And there is one very, very important part of the books that I want to focus on. That being a suicide bombing that was performed by a Fremen warrior. Here is that part of the book in full. The troop carrier settled towards the patch of blue-clad bodies. Its wings, crept out to full reach, began the cupping action of a quick stop. Hawat's attention was caught by a flash of sun on metal to the south. A Thopter plummeting there in a power dive, wings folded flat against its sides. Its jets a golden flare against the dark silvered grey of the sky. It plunged like an arrow towards the troop carrier, which was unshielded because of the lasgun activity around it. Straight into the carrier, the diving Thopter plunged. A flaming roar shook the basin. Rocks tumbled from the cliff walls all around. A geyser of red-orange shot skyward from the sand where the carrier and its companion Thopters had been. Everything there caught in the flame. It was the Fremen who took off in that captured Thopter, Hawat thought. He deliberately sacrificed himself to get that carrier. Great Mother, what are these Fremen? A reasonable exchange, said the Fremen beside Hawat. There must have been 300 men in that carrier. Now we must see to their water and make plans to get another aircraft. Now, Frank Herbert and the Dune series have inspired a lot of things, mostly in sci-fi. For example, the Jedi from Star Wars are based on the Bene Gesserit from Dune, and the planet Tatooine is also based on Arrakis. That great big fucking arsehole Hayao Miyazaki also drew huge inspiration from Dune when he made Nausicaa Valley of the Winds. Lots of things in sci-fi were inspired.
Do you know what
by
that is,
Dune.
Faded Bones?
The Wheel of Time, Stargate, Tremors, even The Matrix with its anti-AI and Coming of the Chosen One narrative. But
I watched
the
it on
biggest
stream
one
one
ever
time.
is
At
Warhammer. Warhammer draws extremely heavily from Dune. The God Emperor and his hyper-religious fanatical legions, the Age of Strife where man rose up against artificial intelligence that resulted in a complete ban on all thinking machines, exactly like the Butlerian Jihad in Dune that also banned all thinking machines. Shit, even just the term lasguns. When they copied that homework, they didn't even change it around a little bit. Warhammer just directly took that term and just rammed it right fucking in there. Not that I'm complaining though, I fucking love Warhammer. And so far, I've read about 20 books from the Horus Heresy series, and as of recording this, I am on the Siege of Terra, and I'm currently about halfway through reading Warhawk. I really, really, really love that Sanguinius guy. He's like my favorite character. I love him. I love him so fucking much. I sure hope nothing bad happens to him. Point being that if Dune inspired so much stuff, it's not too much of a stretch to think that since 1965, when Dune spread out into the Middle East, that some Muslims read it, saw the Fremen as some Heckin-based representation of their ancestors who stole aircraft to suicide bomb their enemies, and they thought to themselves, Alhamdulillah, Stilgar is literally me. And then bada bing, bada literally fucking boom, you now need to forever get your balls felted by wages on a power trip. It's just very, very, very strange that for the first 100 fucking years of suicide bombings, there was not one single suicide bombing done by a Muslim. Then Dune comes out in 1965 and it's got 16 years to spread throughout the Middle East, and then bang, literally, the people who the Fremen were literally modelled after start doing Fremen suicide bombings so much that in the modern day, 95% of all suicide bombings are done by them. The most famous one of which involves stealing the enemy's aircraft and crashing it into them exactly like it's described in the book. So how do you go from literally fucking zero for 100 fucking years and then suddenly 95 fucking...
Thoughts? We fucking crashed our own plane into our own building, but aside from that, it is very interesting.
Well... Yeah, I mean, for sure we did. Or like we at least knew it was going to happen and we didn't.
We trained those guys to do it.
And Building 7 was detonated too, which just happened to hold what was it? All the financial records of that $1 trillion that went missing at the DoD. And then the Pentagon got hit too, and then there's video of a missile flying into it, like 10 feet off the ground.
A plane. Yeah, exactly.
And the videos of all of those missiles in Iran recently flying like 10 feet off the ground, like it's pretty fucking crazy, dude. I wish I should see if I could find that.
Percent.
Project Bluebeam.
Also, 9/11 actually went on to inspire a lot of other things by itself. You've all probably heard of this pipeline. A man called Gerard Way actually witnessed the 9/11 attacks, and it made him question his own mortality and purpose. So he started a band called My Chemical Romance, which went on to create the emo subculture, which also created the offshoot subculture of scene kids. And I just had a lot of fucking Nam flashbacks about all of my exes. Then My Chemical Romance's music inspired a woman called Stephanie Meyer to write a book called Twilight, which took things as cool as vampires and werewolves and made them gay as fuck. Then Twilight inspired another woman called E.L. James to write a degenerotic fanfiction about Twilight that really should have never left her fucking hard drive. And then she just changed all of the names and removed the vampire stuff. And that book became 50 Shades of Grey. A book that has went on to cause women to confuse the utter fuck out of men everywhere because they're always harping on about hashtag Me Too and women's safety, and then in the bedroom they're suddenly asking you to choke them. So basically, while the Dune series is absolutely phenomenal, I mean, I've read the first 3 books, Frank Herbert owes every single one of us an apology for 10 whole fucking years of a genre of music that was essentially my girlfriend of 3 weeks broke up with me. Here's a whole fucking album about it. An event that gave governments an excuse to somehow suck even fucking harder and for somehow making women even more retarded. Now, I completely understand that when it comes to 9/11, there were definitely...
I have that
other
exact
factors
picture
at play, but I feel that my theory still holds strong.
Who are those two
Also,
guys?
This is not
That's
up for
Lucky
debate.
Larry.
This is not
No,
a
I know
conversation.
who Lucky Larry is.
You're fucking gay,
Oh, the other
and
two?
I'm fucking right.
These guys.
Strong. Other
Right.
factors.
Who are these guys?
The benefactors of the thing getting exploded. They gained from it.
At play, but I feel that my theory still holds strong. Also, this is not up for debate. This is not a conversation. You're fucking gay, and I'm fucking right.
Oh, it was the dancing
My
Israelis.
Turkish barbers. My phone repair
He's
shop.
fucking what's his face?
My groom in gang.
It's Count Dankula on YouTube. Everybody
Did they actually meet?
Yeah, he's been
Oh, that's cool.
he went to Austin and did like a week of shows with him.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool fucking little bit of a crossover. Yeah, everybody subscribe to Count Dankula if you're not already. He's got some good videos. So what do you think of that, guys? The possibility that Dune may be the reason that there's so many Islamic suicide bombers.
Nah. Can you
No?
do this with your sleeves and be like a little emo chick, please? Like little like move your get no, but like I came. Thank you. That's all I need. Crackadona with the little sleeves.
Are you
Gay,
going live? Or are you
gay.
going to do a stream or what?
Of course.
Okay. All right. Everybody go over and hang out with Faded Bones. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. And thank you for everybody, especially Nana, but more importantly, Captain Coke and Faded Bones for gifting way more subs than Nana. So I want to thank you guys for that. The support is really, really, really appreciated, guys. I can't thank you enough. So there was a little bit of a hiccup a couple of weeks ago. We got a little too into talking about the people from Brazil, if you can read between the lines. And my channel got a community guidelines warning, right? So they made me take like a sensitivity questionnaire, and if I'm a good goy for a few months, it'll go away and it'll be like nothing happened. Like I don't have any strikes on my channel at this moment, but it's like I'm in purgatory. So I don't think they're allowing me to tap into the YouTube Shorts live algorithm anymore. You know, like that stream, I was up to like 400 viewers, like peak. And then when it ended, it was something like I had like 40,000 views on the VOD, and then YouTube deleted it because it had some spicy talk in there. So I don't think that the channel is going to be doing any more growing until June when that runs out. That would be my guess. And then I think I'm hoping that when that runs out, I'll be able to tap back into the YouTube Shorts live algorithm. So I say all this to say, for those of you who have been here from the beginning, I fucking really appreciate you guys. Are my fucking rock. Holy shit. And I hope you have a great Wednesday, and I hope it goes quickly. And do you guys want me to continue to do the Resident Evil playthrough? Anybody? Does anybody care about those? What's Faded's YouTube? Thank you, Leafs. Drop your link, Faded. You got some people that want to come hang out with you. You guys enjoying those? I don't know how I feel about Resident Evil. It's like it's fine. It looks great. The graphics are great, but it's, I'm like, you get 6 bullets and then you're stuck in a house full of like a ton of like zombies that don't go. It takes literally 6 bullets on point to kill each zombie. But I don't know. If you guys want that, message me. Tell me you like the game streams. I also have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 downloaded. There's really not that many games out right now. to be doing game streams, but I'm willing to give it a shot. But I'll be back maybe this weekend. We'll do another stream. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, guys. I'd appreciate it. Have a great evening. Take it easy. Peace. Bob Lazar picture, right? Am I stroking out tonight? What is happening to me? My brain is garbage. Squirting. It's wet. It's sliding through space. It's a post-op training. That's what I got. Thank you. You're welcome. Glad I could clear that up.
Dude, this should be your look all the time.
This is my new look, guys.
It's official. Dude, I love it.
Yeah, this is branding. This is I think we're going in the right direction with this podcast. No, don't do it. Don't touch the vomit. Oh my god. It's so bad. Ew, why is she doing it in a seductive way?
Bo
Girl, I ain't
Jackson.
trying to sound gay, but even black guys have fucking big old booties.
Yo!
Why are you checking out black dude butts?
Hella gay!
That was the gayest thing that.
It's gonna, it's gonna.
Hey, but them black dudes do be having big butts, though. Am I right? Give me a break.